but this auxiliary tank where I could pull all the water out of the pool and skateboard and then flush all the water back into the pool when I'm not skateboarding.
Oh, that's so expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not really possible because it's not like the pool's going to dry out immediately.
It's so expensive.
There's no way. It's not doable.
Well, if you do it in reverse.
Yeah. So it's just like.
So it'll be, yeah, I mean.
That was never going to happen, and I don't care anymore. Now we're probably never even going to put a pool in.
Okay, I did it.
We'll see if we can have flat grass without roots at some point.
We're live.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Let me see that.
There's all the people, and that one's me. Hi. I'm still here. And I need to post this in Discord a few times.
Oh, by the way, Drew, sometimes they bring stuff and just leave it here, like cases of drinks that they want to have while they're here.
Good idea.
You're welcome to do that.
I might have to do that with some Diet
Oh,
Coke.
yeah. We bring snacks and drinks, just kind of like whatever it is we want to have here. We just bring it over and leave it at Brandon's house.
Well, I mean, it's a bachelor fridge, right? So it's probably not.
If you wanted the fridge,
It probably
sure.
doesn't have too much food in there.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta keep it cold.
No, we used to keep. There was one of the LAN parties we brought over just a bunch of leftover caffeine that I certainly didn't want at my house. And we just put it in the fridge.
Yeah,
Well, it's actually more economical to have a full fridge.
Yeah.
sure.
More efficient that way.
Right, efficient. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
to say.
Oh man, everything changed.
What is there? The frames.
Maybe I'll just put it back. You guys are still very similar. Okay.
Are we?
Leave it like that. We'll see. Did you guys try reading the instructions again?
You have not read my text messages?
I read
reread
them.
the instructions
Oh, no,
and the FAQ.
And the FAQ.
And I put in all the information that I know that we did wrong.
Is there an FAQ in the print?
No,
It's online?
it was on their website. So there were things that we didn't have quite nailed down. But I think, there's not that much more to it. I think we just misread a couple things.
Yeah.
We just have to figure out how to play. I think sometimes when we're doing actions, maybe we should.
I still don't understand the assisting. Did
Yeah.
you say you read something that kind of explained that?
Yeah. So being involved does some different things.
So like not all of my skills are applicable to being
None of
involved.
them. Yeah. None of them are unless they say you can, which I don't know that we've had any of those.
And so the only other reason to be involved is to maybe join in the aftermath?
And the consequences. So I think that something like this. No, it's not this. Where's the one we're looking in the tool shed? 030?
To find
That's it.
weapons?
I'm pretty sure it was that
That's
one.
Oh,
it.
that's still probably one person at a time. But that's the kind of thing I was like, oh, we probably just do. Whoever wants to be involved, we're involved. You're like, we're all looking in the tool shed.
Yeah, that was this one right here.
Like it could have been just one thing, and we all get a card.
So it just means that
I think-
you suffer the consequence as well.
I
Yeah.
think there's other things later
Like you
where
don't
it makes more
contribute
sense.
skills unless specifically stated.
Mm-hmm.
But you either get the benefit or the consequence,
That makes sense.
or the
Yeah, I think
yeah,
the
you get the
success
consequence, whether it's success
and
or
fail
failure.
consequences, I think you want to be involved in with other things later. I don't know that we.
So then rather than do this one 3 separate times like we did, we could have done it once and then just all been involved and then each grabbed a weapon out of
maybe,
it.
yeah, and these weapons we can at any time just like here, you need this one instead.
We can just swap them?
Yeah, they're not locked. I can just go like, oh, you're here. You maybe this weapon's better for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, but that's a purse item, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So can we swap any purse item? Like, can somebody just grab
Well,
a dead body that someone's carrying around?
Not if it's locked.
Yeah, if it's locked, because that's your very own.
Oh, is it locked?
It's like your own trait.
Oh, but she's not locked.
Yeah, the dead body you're carrying around.
Anybody can take
So
her on.
I could throw this to you.
I think so.
So if you've suddenly suffered too many losses from moving, we could
If you're
we could swap.
If you've run out of energy carrying this lady around,
She's my lover, so
we can switch her to someone else.
I will go to the ends of the earth for my
Anything
lover.
for Taja?
Tasha, yeah, Brooks and Taja they're a thing. in
Okay.
the-
Yes, that's canon.
yeah,
That's now canon.
as it is thus
Yep.
written.
Yep.
I like
your,
cannons.
Your girlfriend Taja.
I like pirates.
That's the way our role playing goes. If you say something,
Yep.
it's
not
now law as part of the story. No matter how ridiculous it sounds like, my bear's made of candy. Suddenly, that's true.
Yep.
That's the way the DM works here.
Yeah.
Everything you say suddenly becomes part of your character.
It is lore.
And I think picking up where we were left off, it really is just like, okay, what do we do next? Whose turn?
This is fine.
Right?
Right.
What is this
Yeah.
character?
That's Taja.
This is Taja? Okay. And you're yellow? You're carrying Taja around. Makes sense.
How are we gonna do these?
That works. Hat carrier like that.
I'm gonna balance it.
Precariously balance it every time you move it. That barrel was just to help get on top of the thing from last time.
To reach in and get a book.
No, I thought
Well, it was the thing that was like right
It
here
was
at
to
one
look
point
in
that
the
got
little
discarded.
hole. Yeah, it was the extra a hole into the next room.
That's right.
So we should be able to get into that room though, right?
No, it's above. It was a floor above.
It's
In
this.
Unless we're above. Unless we go above, we could possibly go there. Unless
I
it's
guess.
missing.
Yeah.
No, there was specifically a thing here, Wes.
Where-
This was the
That was-
weapon.
No, the weapon is just this.
Yeah.
But
this
it's
is just the weapon.
right. But
That's
Which,
the weapon
which was
rack.
this.
it's
which is that.
imagine it's like this.
What?
It
Yes,
looks-
that's
it's
the
kind of like
weapon
this on the
rack.
wall.
Spade holder. That is a weapon rack.
Yeah.
This take weapon. Oh.
Remember, we did this
'Kay.
to unlock this.
The weapon rack, so we can see
what's
it.
it called?
Okay. And the barrel let us somebody stick their arm into something and get a book out, which I think was like this extra ability of wherever find whatever those plants are.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Okay. I think we're caught up.
Okay.
Whose turn is it? Do we all need to
I'm done with this room.
Yeah, do we all need to like go back in there and we just move on our merry way?
So, I'll.
Right?
It's
Still,
we decide
This is-
whoever wants to be the active player.
here, let me. I'd like to go.
Would you like to?
Go
All
ahead.
In favor?
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'd like to leave that room.
So you're gonna move, and so what we understand now is it's at least one energy, but since the cost is zero,
According to your.
you can play more energies to try to get enough successes, but the successes for this is zero, right? So it has to be at least that one.
Except there's someone in this room already, which means it's -1.
So it's
So
free.
I don't. It doesn't
If
have
you
to
move
cost-
to a terrain card
Correct.
where there's another character's
Okay.
figure, it's -1.
Okay. I move over there.
So
right.
Thank
So
you.
here I'm gonna take a turn.
wait.
Okay.
What does the -1 mean again?
So this
You have
is
to you have to take one
well,
out of your.
So this is the
hand?
action. This is the action, but you have an ability of sorts
Oh,
that
so
you
it's a
can
free-
apply because it's the
somebody's
same
already
icon.
there. It's like a free.
Yeah, you can
movement.
subtract one of the
Okay.
required
It's a
energy
free
to do it.
movement. Got it.
Yep. Okay, I'm done. I moved over there. What about you?
I'll move over as well.
He wants to be involved.
Okay. Now we should start moving over there, but that does actually cost us because it costs whoever moves first is actually going to be the expensive one.
So if I remember right,
And I don't have any
Drew
discards yet.
accomplished some sort of challenge to see down this hallway,
Yes.
but he didn't move down the hallway. He just
I just opened or
added the tile essentially. Now
Yeah.
we can choose to go down
uncovered
there.
it.
So me having no discards and having full energy, I might as well take the one card extra move there, and then it's like free for everyone else except you.
Well,
Or
it
do you
won't be
want somebody
free. For
else-
everyone else, it'll be still just the +1. For you,
But
it'll be
I'll
+2.
I'll be there. Oh, it costs one less.
This costs an extra
An
movement.
extra to move there.
So for you, it's going to cost 2. For the rest of us, it's only going to cost
To
1.
get
Yeah,
out of that
yeah.
space.
And for him, it costs
Because
even
this is a
more.
guaranteed.
It's
like,
mandatory. You have
yeah,
to
sorry, not
apply
guaranteed.
this.
A mandatory like ability that you have to add to that kind of action.
Oh, okay.
So if
Which is
I
a
go
move
over there
action.
first, it costs like 2, but one of them I can take as a skill, right? But because I'm already over there, it's only going to cost 1 for everybody else.
Sure.
And plus your extra penalty for carrying
That makes sense.
Taja around. Unless you want to hand her off.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you go ahead and do your
So I'll
move.
just go. It costs me, right? It costs me 2, no matter what. Yay, I succeeded because it still has a successive 0, right? But you can, that hand means I can keep one of these in my hand, right? Okay. That, look, this is the thing we're looking for, where you can make an involved person somewhat related.
One involved character may apply a question mark or basically any of like the upper abilities,
Yeah.
or ignore a discard, and then you discard this to do that.
Yeah.
Show us.
I don't really understand what that does, but this is somehow getting an involved character in by the active player using
It's
that
another
ability.
instructions
But
on
you-
top of
But for this
above
one,
the action.
you're allowing involved characters to do something.
Right. Somehow it's the active player uses that
It's not
thing
gonna focus because of Brandon's
to allow an
face.
involved
Hang
character
on, let
to
me move it down
do
here.
something of benefit. And I don't understand where that symbol, where the involved character would see that symbol. Like, do they play their own cards? That becomes more confusing.
Yeah, well, I think you'd have to play your
That's my-
skills
that's
because
my
there's
life.
things up here
Yeah.
that you would be activating.
Oh, you can apply this effect during an action you're involved in, even if you're not the active player. So this is, as an involved player, I can finally actually do something if you're the active player.
Oh, you're applying. Okay.
As the involved player.
And it's almost like I take this and allow you to use any symbol you got to ignore a discard of some
One
kind.
involved character may apply. That makes it sound like it's not you, though.
Right.
So you would be the one that was the active player, and you played that, which would allow me as an involved player to apply something.
No, I can use it in an action I'm the involved in.
I didn't read the top part. Is that the part you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, read that top.
I get the feeling that there's no way to know all of the
Okay.
rules of this game
Until you see all the cards.
until you've seen every single card.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Or at least most of them, yeah.
it started to remind me of like a choose your own adventure type book, but like it's every paragraph you go to a new page.
Yeah.
right? Like it's that sectionized, and
It's
then
not-
it's like
to
you,
try and
you can
figure-
never figure out the rules of the book either because everything just has its own mechanic to it and its own logic to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably the next person go while I'm figuring out which of these to keep.
Okay, so
I think you all eventually move in here, I think is what we're doing.
so what that means is like no, on every movement, you
No matter
this
what,
has
if you're
to-
in this tile and you're doing a movement, you have to use
basically
that.
like -1 to leave it, in a sense. It's like leaving it.
Yeah.
Anytime you use that action when you're in that square,
You have to use that.
it applies to you. So you're using that to essentially.
So I'll
You'd only ever
I'll
use
do
it
a
to move
movement
the
into
tile.
this tile. And so the math is normally it's +1. Wes is in that tile, so it'd be -1, but I have to apply this so it goes back to 1 because that's a +1. So I'm back to have forced to draw a card moving into there, which I'm fine with because I can maybe add it to my hand. Oh. I could do a -3 to an action. I think I'm actually going to keep that and discard this. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay, who's next?
I'll go.
Did you move in?
Okay.
Yours is the most confusing.
So really, it just means during the 2 off of this, I think, is what that is.
At the very end for the
end.
consequences.
Yeah, I like have to get rid of those. Okay, so again, it's just one. I spend one. Inspiration. Choose one card in your discard pile and add it to your hand, or shuffle it back into your action deck.
Oh, do you have to? You do the. You're just reading what it does, but you don't have to actually do the thing.
No.
Right. Okay.
No.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to do that thing. That's
He
just
can
the.
put it in his hand as a skill he can use later.
Oh, okay.
Right, and your hand can be max of 3.
Question.
But then you have to discard, two
Yeah,
from
then you
your
have to discard
energy.
those too. Can more people get involved in a move and it just all be one massive move action? Or do we all have to move individually? I don't know why I just thought of it just now and wasted all the moves, but
No way.
is that like a? Because it's not like.
Because the successful consequence is you move your figure to an adjacent terrain card. Right?
Yeah, and if everybody involved is.
But then only the active player draws a card to move?
Yeah. It makes it a more efficient move if
Right.
the whole group is trying to move into a terrain card.
Where
I'm
only-
assuming at some point we'll want to split up.
Because that's effectively what we... Well, this one's weird because of that mandatory thing. But most of the time, that's effectively what it would be. Is as long as someone moved there, it's free for the other people to go over there.
Yeah. Unless those people wanted like a mechanic to get more stuff to their hand.
Right.
Then they can move individually. Either way.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's like an option to us if we...
Yeah.
Here, I moved
For like
way
an
to do
expensive
that.
mood like this, so to speak.
Yeah. Maybe so. What?
Even is this? I don't even know what that is.
yeah.
I can just discard that.
I should just print off a couple more copies of that for next time.
This is less complicated than Gloomhaven. I hope that we won't be referencing them every game for 3 years.
Well, once we like...
After we
I like
figure
having it
out-
in front of me just for like when we actually get to like an actual complicated going through the turns and
Yeah.
the resolution steps and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Now what? We need to put in this event card.
Oh,
Right? Actually, we were probably supposed to do that the moment I moved in.
probably.
Everyone in the room dies. Oh, we shouldn't have gone in
And
there.
everybody dies. Except for me. You know why?
Okay, whose turn?
I'm trying to...
Somebody needs to explore this, and somebody probably wants to do
A map
look at the map.
thing.
Uh-huh.
Sure, I'll do the map action. It's a free action.
Yeah.
It's 0-0. So bring out number 36.
There's many of them. So I will give you one at random.
Which picking the first one for us would be random.
What?
Because they were shuffled.
The branch of a gigantic jack fig tree has fallen into the cell. Several of its fruits have burst on the floor, releasing a powerful, musky fragrance that makes you nauseous. As you back out in search of fresher air, the heady smell fills your body and mind with unexpected vitality. Immediately after this is revealed, each character on the active player's terrain card may return their "You Are Exhausted" card. So if you were exhausted, you can return it.
Was anybody exhausted?
I don't think anybody was exhausted.
This is some invigorating musk.
Yeah. From a jack fig tree. But we also get like an ability we can use in here. Which is whatever that is. Using a fist symbol gives you like a +3 to drawing or something?
Because I have those on mine often.
Can I just punch someone?
No, it's a symbol on your energy cards. It's actually, yeah.
My energy cards, you say?
Immediately after this is revealed, each character on the terrain card. Oh, you get a +2, max 3. This looks familiar. And
Yeah,
I
so the
forgot what I
plus
read.
the plus deck is the active player can take X cards from their discard pile and shuffle them back into their action deck.
Okay.
So during an action, if someone has the fist symbol
Yeah.
on this upper area on like a card you play, Or is it from the cards you draw?
It's these, right?
Yeah, so the cards you draw during your action.
It's these.
Yeah, but it's from the ones you draw during the... Yeah, if it has the fist symbol, you can take 3 of your discarded cards and shuffle them back into your active.
How do I do
Or
the
2,
explore
sorry.
thing? Because I think I might have more of the fish things, just in case it
You want to do the explore again?
lets me do.
So,
Lets me get me into my discards back.
so you're going to take the next turn and explore that?
Unless do you guys know if you have any of these in your deck?
I don't know.
I'm sure I have them in my deck. I don't have any active
I have
around.
no idea what that even
I don't have any
means.
in my hand.
What thing?
Maybe it doesn't
You
matter.
talking about the symbol that's there?
It might
Yeah.
not matter.
What symbol? Does it look like a penguin?
It looks like
Oh, it looks like
the fist, the clenched.
Oh, those are fists. Okay.
maybe whoever has the most discards should do that in case they can use that and they happen to draw a fist, which is not me.
I have several discards. OJ, how are you doing on discards?
Um,
Oh, does he have a...
He's got a ton of discards.
Oh, you got a ton of discards. And you're still carrying... What's her face?
Look, and he might have
think I'm
these show up,
fine?
which would give him a couple discards back.
I think
Doesn't
I'm
have very
doing
many.
okay.
So yeah, do you want to do the explore? Since you have the most discards?
It's free.
You just tell me what to do.
It's free. No. So this action is just exploring this fog of war.
Oh, yeah,
Which
yeah,
you
yeah.
immediately flip
It's
it
zero
over.
cost. The success is 0.
Yeah.
So you just flip it over and we do whatever it says.
Metal wire. You have picked up malleable wire that will come in handy.
Well, okay.
Ooh, wire is cool.
So that's a purse item. I can add that to my.
Yep. And then we immediately put in what, 26? Because he explored that area, but for some reason isn't there. That's going to make sense to us eventually.
Hold on. Is used to authorize now.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, this is just giving an example of a different
Give me
one.
one of the die.
He's cute. That's a different
This is less
kind of
cute.
card.
Yep.
Sorry. There you go.
I think this is what my job is.
So are you going to do this?
I think my job is to fight things, right?
I technically have something that can help if there is a reach trait.
Let's say reach. Oh, I had something like that too, and I didn't know what it meant, so I discarded it. The flight one, where we run away.
Yeah, flight.
If the
You may not apply the following action if it has a reach. Okay.
Okay.
During the gear up step, return the card that shows like a forced
It's
fight
not
action.
mandatory. But it's the only place we can go. Oh, look, if we beat him, we do put a different card here.
Okay, I think I understand.
So I think we fight this guy. It's not mandatory, but we can fight this guy.
Drew explored this area,
Okay.
found a hangar,
Uh-huh.
and then the monster jumps out around here. It's not necessarily.
It's
the
not
next
over here.
room.
He's in here.
It's all in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all of these things that have that arrow are an event, and they point at the room where where it's happening.
Why did we do that?
It has to do with a combination action. So it's going to take multiple
if you
turns,
Put it there, I can't see what's on the card.
but we're supposed to put it there.
But then I can't see that part.
But we're supposed to put it on the symbol.
I don't think so.
It says
Where?
I'm following the instructions on combination actions.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, you are. You look it up.
I will.
Do some reading. So what this is that it's a chained action, right? So only one of the cards drawn matters, or you can apply, right? But this is the success. And you can fight, you have to do it multiple times in order to get this down to 0. And then
That's
you move
his
on.
health
Then you
dice?
move on to the next step. Yeah, this is basically has 7 health.
Okay.
And so each success will lower that health.
That says a 3.
Yeah, you've got to do 3 here and then 4 here. So we start here, and the consequences are things like lose energy.
He has phases?
Yeah.
Oh, this is just his first form.
He still looks the same in the second form. He just ends up with more health.
Okay.
So as we fight him,
See, I have to translate into things that I understand.
first phase he has 3 health.
Okay.
Okay? If you don't beat him in your first action,
Okay.
you're gonna lose some energy.
Okay. What's energy? The deck?
The cards you draw.
Okay.
Yeah, your
Face
deck.
down deck.
Right?
Okay.
You're gonna have to discard
Do we
some.
ever use our health pool?
We haven't yet.
It's going to happen right there.
Okay.
Right there, somebody's gonna lose health.
Oh. Okay.
And then, if we do happen to drop this to 0, the die then moves to the next row. And then he has 4 health in phase 2. And then we get to use 2 of our
But in this
drawn
row, there
deck.
is no reward for taking this dice down.
Over here,
On this row.
the white is success.
Yeah, but you say you get down to this level.
Yeah.
Does that mean you apply this and this?
No. So we go through all 3 hit
I
points.
understand that. And then
On
you get to
this.
4, but then there's no action to reduce that hit die.
No, every success reduces it.
So you could get all 4 successes at the same time.
You could. This is...
So you don't apply this until you get that down to 0.
Right. What this means is go to the next if you succeed, you go to the next
Oh, that
row.
little dice action is just go to the next.
It just means move it to the next row.
Oh, okay.
Those happen with 2 arrows. It's going to be funky. I don't know what that means, but the example shows that this can happen with 2 arrows, which means you skip 1 row.
Move the die to the
It's
next
like shoots
row.
ladders now.
Yeah. You might take a slide past 1 row to the next on certain fights. Or
Move the die down that many rows is how many arrows there are.
yeah. So this one's just 1 arrow, and there's only 2 rows.
Move the die next to the row.
Is that what it said?
Yes.
Damn it. I hate it when he's right. That's the worst, is when he's right and I wasn't.
Not like it covering all that information by being on it.
It goes here.
No, it doesn't. It says next
Goes in
to
his
it.
mouth. Shove it in his mouth. Okay.
Oh my god.
So this is it.
It matters.
We're going to do
This is a fight. So now
actions. What's the single hand mean again?
someone
you can
chooses
put that
to
in
attack
your,
him, right?
That's from your hand. You could take.
That
We-
means
we
you
go-
can put that in your hand, right?
Who's gonna attack
During
this
the
guy?
consequence, the things you draw, you can return one to your hand.
So who fights it? That's the question.
I have an axe. And my axe.
The only skill I have that can help is if there is a required fight action that we don't like, and we don't have one of those. So I would just be doing basic.
I'm
old and
I have an attack skill. Listen, oh, you do too.
Have
What's
an accurate
yours?
shot.
I have an axe.
If you selected the card with the keyword
Oh, I
projectile.
do have the hoe.
Do you have a
I need a-
card?
I need
You
a
don't have
projectile.
you don't have a weapon that does that.
I forgot I do have
Can't
a
I
hoe.
just use the axe?
So between my flail and my art of war,
Okay.
I think I should be able to at least get him past this first row in one
You were
shot.
saying that we could just like exchange
We can.
things, so we could give you multiple weapons.
You can only use 1 per word type.
Yeah, mine's a weapon. Yours is a trinket, secondary,
Yeah, how come mine's a trinket?
because you don't know how to wield a real weapon. I'm about to let you borrow mine.
Can I borrow your weapon? Yours is a real weapon. I'm going to break your weapon, then you're going to be mad at me.
Okay, did you draw your action cards?
Well,
here's what we're-
he's still gearing up right now.
I'm the active player.
Yeah,
Does anybody
okay.
else want to be involved?
I do.
I'm not sure those consequences are something you want to be involved in, right? Because does that mean everybody would lose 2
Everybody
energy?
would- everybody
who's
involved.
would lose energy.
Oh, so you only get involved if you like the consequences. You want to like.
Yeah, if you
I
like
guess
the
so that-
reward,
I think
then,
so.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to be involved in this one. I
don't-
think we want me to just go and try to deal with this, at least this first part of the combat,
Sure. Okay.
right? Does that make sense?
I think so. Yeah.
And then this says draw. Oh,
Well,
gearing
hold
up.
on. So now you need to gear up and like.
What do I do with these to say I'm using them?
I'd say just put them out here.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, out in front.
And so now you go through the draw action of first drawing the required.
So it's at least 1. But I want to have 3 successes. One of them is I have a guaranteed success. I have.
You do not need to select all the skill cards whose effects you want to apply during action. You don't have to choose that right now.
Oh, okay. I can choose that later.
Yeah, you can choose to activate that unless it specifies otherwise.
I feel like this is the first real churn we've experienced. This is like
Yeah.
the full all the steps.
This is the whole thing.
Yeah.
okay.
So now you've drawn the required ones, which is 1. And now, if you want, you can choose.
I have at least 1 success.
How many successes does it require?
3.
It requires 3.
So I see. So and it's how many are chained then? Can't you only use 1 card?
You out of all the cards you draw, you can only pick 1 because it is chained. Yeah.
Right. So I might want to do a second one in case just to try to get a full star. I think this gives me odds at a full star.
Okay.
And a second star, which means I'll at least drop this to 1.
Okay.
Well, with this weapon, you're trying to get 3 of something.
And I want 3 symbols as well. If I get 3
What?
symbols, that gets me another star.
What kind of symbols are on that?
This is any
Question
symbol.
mark, which is
it could be any symbol.
If I have 3 of any symbol, and I have another card that I think if I use this
Oh, that almost
will
makes
give
sense.
me 1 other symbol. That's its ability, is it'll give me
Okay.
one fist symbol, right?
Whoa.
So I think I'm guaranteed 1. I'm hoping for a second one out of
Okay.
this, and then if I have enough, if
Any
the one I
symbols.
choose, right? If
If you have 2
Do the
of any
symbols have to
symbol,
be
If the
on-
one you choose
Has
has
the
the
symbols?
symbols
Is that how that
and
works?
the star, well, because the one you choose is the only one that's quote unquote active.
jeez, okay.
And so
if it's
yeah.
got at least 2 symbols, I'll have a 3rd star.
oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to lose some energy, and we got to do this again to try to get this combo action to the next row.
Okay. I'm with you.
Does that make sense
That
of what this
actually
turn
did.
is?
Yeah. This is the most sense any of this has made.
This
so far.
seems the most complicated turn we've ever done.
The only thing is if you want to have an extra card to have more of a chance for symbols.
Instead of a star.
Right. But you gotta have 2 symbols. It's gotta have 2 symbols on it. is
So,
what you're going for.
drawing like an additional card might give you, because of how rare it seems to be to get just anything.
Yeah.
At least so far,
Yeah.
possibly drawing 3 might be.
So if I don't get a whole star, at least if I can get a half star and 2 symbols, at least I will have had 2 successes.
Yeah.
It's at least a start, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, we're fighting this guy for a while. Okay, we're going to do 3 cards.
Because because with this we don't have to get all 3 successes at once.
No.
No.
You just if you don't, you have to take the consequence.
I'll have to discard 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So at this point,
Discarding 2 anyways, with a shot at having,
That's like him hitting back.
yeah.
he's going to hit me back.
I gotcha.
Well, the next row is him hitting back where I lose health,
Right.
or whoever fights him.
Yeah.
I think I'm supposed to be the fighter.
So if you're good with that, you can now reveal the cards.
Okay?
And at this point, you can do the thing where you stack them up because these middle parts don't mean anything. You're just lining up the stars.
So I didn't get on a single card, right?
You got 1 symbol over there, right?
I ended up with a card with 2 symbols, which is what he was
Okay.
he was talking about. Right? But I didn't get
So that's 1 success.
I didn't get a full success because I can only use 1 of the cards,
Oh.
right? Of the
Okay.
3, only 1 of them works.
So the white,
So you should choose the one with the symbols on it
The one with the symbols
so that you could use your weapon.
plus my art of war lets me use this weapon as well, which gives me 1 star and 2 stars.
which really is a wild card for any random 3 combination. It doesn't have to all be the same. It says right here.
Okay.
What's the -2?
Means
we do this wrong?
It means you can apply -2 to the requirement of your.
What does that mean?
This number would go down by 2.
But because it's chained,
But
that
because
means
it's
none of the cards
chained.
would matter.
Well, can that affect a chained one?
Can you even use an action?
Like, I don't know if you can even.
Linked? Changed the right word.
It's
not
chained.
It's chained.
Okay.
Brandon double checked me.
It is chained. It's not
It's
linked.
chained and the die goes to the side of the card.
Okay, so I'm actually trying to understand now.
We
So-
are too,
So-
of whether I used this card right.
Well,
Because there is a card where it's something or something.
are those 3 question marks?
Yes.
Or 2? Oh,
I have to
okay.
have 3 symbols for it to count as 1 star. And I can do that whole thing only twice. But in doing so, it's also a -2.
What's your other weapon over there? What does that require?
This doesn't require anything to use.
It's just going to give you a success.
But it has a
Yes.
chance to break.
Both of them
at the consequences.
Both of them might break now.
But so you shouldn't have brought the second card, the second weapon, unless you knew for sure you can use your other card that gives the other symbol on it.
Right. That was a chance thing. Of like,
But
can't
we don't
really
know
find where
the
the
chain
change-
rule yet fully to know if you can do that, right?
And
Because
I
chain
can't-
might only let you choose one of those and not
chain,
an action.
right. Chain might mean I can draw -1, keep -1 cards, which would be really bad.
Chain icon means the active player may take into account success and half stars in the results area. Its default cost. Active player may take into account
You know what I
of 3 of the revealed cards.
Here's an important
Regardless of how many they choose to draw, they must ignore.
Here's an important draw. So on this example, he chooses to use the flail like you're doing.
Yeah,
right?
it's the flail right there. Okay.
He's supposed to draw 5. In this case, draw 5, but he decides to apply the effect of his flail
Which means
in
he
order
draws
to draw
2
two
cards.
fewer cards, bringing the cost from 5 to 3.
This
So
is.
that's what that means is
I can't use that.
you get to use 2 fewer. The cost is 2 fewer.
Yeah.
Right. But our cost was already 1, which means it left me using
So it
-1 of
doesn't
these,
matter then.
which
So
wouldn't
means,
have worked
which
at all.
means you can't use
You
that.
should
Which
only
means
use
we
that
couldn't
on
have used this.
expensive costs, on expensive
Right?
actions.
Which means that wouldn't have made any sense because these don't matter either. And in my 3 cards, I didn't get any successes.
Which means you got 1 success.
We got 1 success. And I lose 2 energy. But one of these can go into my hand. Right?
Yes.
Well, that's a great one.
And then you just have to do whatever this consequence.
Which is,
We roll
got-
one of these.
it's got the hand and a roll, whatever the hand is.
1 or 2 would discard it. I rolled a 4, so this stays around.
Nice.
Right? Let's keep this, discard. Let's get rid of this one.
And then once you've gone through all the consequences.
So that's all the
we're-
consequences.
That's the end of the action.
And I only reduced it one star.
Let me show you how it's done, sonny boy.
You want to go next?
I've got an axe.
Oh, okay. What does your axe do?
That's a really good question. It says a chain +1, or I can get 2 successes if I have 2 fists.
So you can keep an extra one. This is the actual weapon. Except the guaranteed star was pretty good. That's the only star we got.
Okay, wait a minute. Sorry. Why did you lose 2,
That was the consequences for failure.
but you didn't fail?
I did.
He didn't remove all 3
I didn't
stars.
remove all 3 stars. So the success on this was 3. Now the success on it is
So-
2.
So he kind of partially succeeded.
So a fail. So a consequence is only as a result of is only a success or fail all at once. Not you must succeed on all.
on all fronts to get the
Required.
success consequence. Otherwise, you get the fail. Because this was a chain, we can partially complete
Okay,
it.
then why did he roll?
That
'cause it
action
might-
is not to move the dice. This action is to go to the next step.
Using the weapon,
But-
at the end of using the weapon, you have to roll the die, and if it's 1 or 2, the weapon breaks and is
Okay,
gone.
so that
All
that
3 of
just-
our weapons right now have that effect.
That just means the success is go to the next row.
Yeah.
Okay.
And depending on how many arrows are next to it is how many rows you go down.
This is interesting. That because this should give you 2 cards that work, or if one card you did draw had 2 fists on it, you get 2. It counts as 2 successes.
Right.
Combine that with, if I'm involved, I can give him a wild card symbol, right?
When involved player may apply blank. Yeah, you could give him a wild card.
So if I'm involved in him attacking at this time, I can be involved
And apply that.
Whatever happens, apply this. So if he only gets like 1 fist, I can say, but you also have a wild card,
Yes.
right?
And the question is, do we want to give you the hoe so you have an extra weapon
They
and
both
a
say
guaranteed
weapon.
star? Oh,
You
they're
can't
both
use-
weapon.
They both say weapon,
That's
so
right.
you can't.
I've had plenty of hoes in my day.
Does that, like, if we fail, I'll lose another 2 cards, but me being involved gives a better chance of completely
Yes.
finishing it finally. At least this first half of it.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I agree with that.
So I want to be involved.
But
Some of this is okay.
I'm involved. You gear up.
Um,
You're attacking with this weapon.
sure. I am. Of course, I am.
so at this point,
So
if you're
I
done
would-
gearing
I'm bringing
up,
this weapon along.
Do you have to? Does he have to decide now whether he's doing the +1 required cards?
the skill.
Yeah.
No, it says you do not need to select the skill cards whose effects
No,
you
not
want
the
to
skill
apply
card.
during this
They're
action.
part of the weapon. It's an or.
I don't think so.
Does he have, because one of them is
The card
increasing.
may be selected if it has a brown icon that matches the action taken. If it has nothing, it's wild. Something about required. Whose effects? Some or all. The active player selects from among their item cards those whose effects, some or all, they wish to apply. Each effect may be used only once during the action. I'm assuming you can choose to apply any of them during the action.
Right. So he's got to. Does
I don't
he
think
have
he
to
has
choose
to. I
now
don't think
how
he has
many
to
cards
choose
he's drawing?
because I think because it's
He needs to draw at least 2. Right.
from what I'm reading, he
So-
doesn't have to choose which one of these he does until during the action.
Well, right. But if he only draws 1, that is pointless.
Right. So if I want to use the link, I have to choose that.
If you want to
Nor
use this,
now.
if you want to use this
The
part of the
chain.
weapon to have 2
Oh yeah.
required cards, you'll have to draw 2.
An active player takes an action available on one.
So the attack itself
Uh huh.
is just 1,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Then you choose how many additional cards you want to draw.
Right.
And if you want to use that, it better be at least another one. Otherwise, you can't use this because you can't keep 2 cards if you only drew 1.
Right. I can still choose later.
You can choose which of these later.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't choose any of these items, you can choose this instead.
So-
right?
If an empty square icon is on the card, this means the associated effect may be applied during any action.
It's not empty.
Oh,
right.
that we already knew that. That's the
The
wild
empty
card
actions.
action. Sorry.
Yeah.
So-
When selected, can be read as part of an effect. I don't understand that rule.
I think,
I think this is how I'm
That's
going
right.
to do it.
yeah.
I don't have anything else that's very useful at the moment.
We need his fists.
Okay, I only have 1 fist.
But because I'm involved, right? I can
Sure.
say you get a wild card. You
Oh,
get a
sorry, yes.
wild card symbol. So if you you can choose to either
Wild cards.
right. You can use this item. You can use this to keep 2 of these, which would get you like 1 success.
1 success.
Or you can choose this and use 2 symbols. You only get to keep 1 card.
Right.
But I'm involved and can take and say you also get a wild card symbol, which you can treat as a fist and get you 2
Okay.
successes.
So you end up putting this down here.
Kind of.
Well, except it's not. He's not.
it's not this.
It's not this. It's
Right.
I'm
that.
using
Just
my
the action.
skill.
Okay, it's just a skill.
So I gave
Okay.
you another symbol here. It's like you have 2 fists here.
Okay.
So I gave you a second symbol of whatever kind you need.
Right. Okay.
Which is the
Well, let's
fist.
do that then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So choose this one.
Right.
It gives you 2 stars. which does make this successful, and it moves to the next level.
Nice.
And you now can take one of those cards and take them back to your hand because of this
Cool.
reward.
And this one does say discard this. We're going to figure this out.
And then this says,
And that's my axe, so I have to roll. What if I need to discard one of these? Do I have to do something special?
No.
Nope, you just pick whatever
just
one you don't
choose
want anymore
discard.
and put it in your discard pile.
and then you roll the die, and
See
Discard
whether it
that.
breaks.
if you
I
roll
keep this.
if you roll a 1 or a 2, you have to discard this.
That worked.
Okay, the fighting is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Maybe it's better if you have a
Discard
weapon,
these.
like a real one,
Keep. Oh, let's roll. Let's roll
not a
some
breakable
dice.
one.
Are they?
The combat's really
are there
hard.
other real
You
weapons?
get to keep
Huh?
it.
Are there other real
I
weapons?
don't know.
Okay.
So now we're on to the. I mean, I almost want to say you, but you lost that one card.
I can't do that again. I do have a guaranteed success if I fight it again. But I get to, and now you can keep 2 cards.
So you might have more fists in your deck than I have in my deck. So
Maybe.
it might be better for you to have this. Right? Is that the sort of idea?
If we knew that was
Possibly, yeah.
true, yes. I don't think we know enough about our skill decks
Okay.
to know if that's true.
Okay.
It might be worth me fighting it.
I'm gonna fight it.
You want to fight it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you want a weapon?
So gear up, right? That's the.
Well, hold on. We can shuffle around weapons. Do you want to take a weapon with you?
Like
Like what-
Just pick any weapon.
This I don't think is really a weapon.
Wanna
And
take
not
my
as
hoe?
helpful as I thought it was.
Okay, so the
you want a
active
hoe or
player
an axe?
selects from their purse those
Well,
whose
I
effects
mean,
they wish to apply.
Personally.
Okay, hold
Look,
on a sec.
though,
Part
those
of,
are still
part of
tough
gearing
choices,
up is
Brandon.
I have to choose one of these, some or all, right?
You can choose which of your item cards you want to take with you.
Can you exchange items amongst
Okay,
characters?
so basically I
I thought you
have.
said you read this in a rule somewhere.
I thought it was.
Oh, I've got this. What is this for?
Because that seemed like a really crazy thing to be able to just
Nothing.
exchange.
That's not gonna.
Don't apply since you're not on a train. You have to be in the same train tile, is what I read. Somewhere you can change purse items that don't have the lock symbol as long as you're on the same terrain tile. It might take an action, but so what?
Hold on. Discard / you may freely discard your blocked as long as they do not have a lock icon. Character may give a item card to another character as long as they are both on the same terrain card and not performing any action. So before you perform this action,
And it's not mandatory, so you can.
do you want to
Sure.
use my hoe?
That's what hoes are for.
Passing the hoe. We're just passing the hoe around, I guess.
Passing my hoe around.
So that gives me
A guaranteed
a
star.
guaranteed star. Okay, and then I need at least 2. I'm gonna go 4. Actually, wait a
You
minute.
have to draw at least 2, and you'll get to keep them.
Draw first, right?
Yeah.
What about? I actually want to.
You don't have to choose your skills
When do I?
at the beginning.
When do I?
When you think it'll work.
When that
apply.
card can be applied.
Well, it just says choose one card in your
That's an
discard
action.
pile and add it to it.
That's a different action, though.
So I can't.
Well, see look
But
at the
I'd
white box.
I'd have to do that
Look at the
on
white
a different
box.
action.
Look at the little white box at the top of it.
Yeah.
So that type of action,
That's an action.
you're doing a sword action right now.
Well, but this is an action on its own, so it wouldn't apply anyways. These ones with the brown square
Oh, yeah, you're right.
means that
Sorry.
you can apply this one while doing
Ooh.
a sword
What
action.
about this? What's this?
I don't know.
Vigilance. It's got the brown.
What does the
And-
shield thing mean?
Empty brown.
I don't know what shield means.
It's this. I've got.
It's not what type of action it is. Ignore ambush,
Shield.
and you can gain a shield something. Cancel damage. So if
So
you can use you can use a random symbol to like
In case I
cancel
fail.
it. Yeah, damage if you want.
I don't really care.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what happens after you draw. You don't have to choose this now. Only your items now.
Okay.
So now you choose the cards. You have to do at least 2, and then however many extra you want.
Could do 2.
Okay, and if you're done choosing cards, you can now reveal your cards. So you go to fist.
Spare no effort, jack of all trades, flight, and endurance.
Is there a way that these 2 can become 3?
So there's
So if you
3
pick those
Keep the
2,
plus that,
plus that
and that's
4.
4.
gets you 4.
Nailed it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
it.
the
Killed
thing.
it.
You killed it.
Okay, so
So during the consequences, let's first roll for this.
during the consequence, roll a 1 or 2. I have to discard it. Shoot, sorry.
It goes in the past. Or is it banished?
Just says discard.
The past is the discard.
Okay.
Which I don't know why they don't just call it the past. Banished is
There's something special about the
banished.
banished.
And now we reveal.
Banish this and replace it with 26.
Yeah, so this is now banished, and you replace it with that.
In the dim light of the corridor, you inch your way forward. You walk past a half-open door on the west side and cannot suppress a shudder of fear. The room beyond it is the Chamber of Questions, and anyone entering it always confesses their secrets, even if they have none to hide. Enraged, howls ring out from the cell across the way.
This is a hallway? Or something?
Yeah, it's... there we go.
Wes, I've always hated you. Oh, wait, I'm not in the room yet.
You have to wait
I
till
have to
you're
wait till I'm in
being
the room. I'm
confessed.
sorry. I gotta wait till I'm in the room. Sorry.
Alright,
Oh
so
my
these-
gosh.
You're like, oh, do
These-
me, do me. You go and sit in the hot
I mean,
seat.
these get discarded, yeah?
Who do me? Do me next. Do me.
I'll tell you anything.
Okay, and I discard these.
Two of them
Right.
Two of them you can return to your hand
Because...
because of. Oh,
I
never
didn't
mind. I
see
lied.
that.
Never mind. I lied.
One of them.
Never mind. Yeah, you have to discard them all. Sorry, I lied.
It's worth it.
It was if you lost, you could return some.
So that's the room.
I gotta do something with my next action. I need to...
Do you want to take that action now and do the refresh or second wind or whatever?
Oh yeah, I can...
Is that what you were saying?
result, consequence, I did.
No, you finished that action, I think.
So I can
there was-
choose to do another action,
Yeah.
right? If I want... if
Well, yeah. Do you have a second wind again or anything?
No, but it could be in there, right? If I choose... Can I use this action?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose to do that.
Choose one card in your discard pile and add it to your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll probably put it back in there because I need...
Well, you can add it to your hand. Your face down is not your hand.
When can I... When would that...
Get rid of her?
Yeah.
You love Tasia.
No, but...
Why do you want to get rid of her all of a sudden?
I don't know what would be good. Flight?
She's
Flight,
gonna wear you out carrying
flight,
her around.
flight looks good.
I think you need the second wind one that you had.
Second wind. There it is. +3 or +6 if you choose to discard one other from your hand. Well, so that means I get added. This.
Yeah, you
I get
take
add.
3 or 6 of these cards and put them back into your deck.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that. That's a good one.
I think you want that in your hand, and then I think you want to take an action again and use it.
Oh, okay.
And then at some point, I want to take an action to do my second wind as well.
Discard this.
Yeah.
Passed.
No.
No, yours
in
is-
your
It
discard
goes
pile.
back in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do this +3 or +6 if you choose to discard one other card from your hand.
So if you discard another one, you can have 6 of
I'm gonna-
these randomly shuffled back in. Right?
Yes.
Shuffle it
Since
and
it
then
takes
take
you
the
2
top
per
6.
tile you move. You need more energy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's
Cool.
good.
Yep.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Flip over his
Block
discard
this.
so he doesn't get him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
Block this means,
On it.
right?
Did you say blocked? Blocked goes under your character card.
Oh, the character card.
I'm going to do a quick second wind if that's all right.
Okay.
which is choosing
Yes.
a random 3 of these and shuffling them back into here.
That probably should have been blocked beforehand. Right?
Well,
Okay. I don't think that should have been in your discard pile. There's some way to unblock, and I don't
Unless
think
it-
we've seen it yet.
because you
Yeah, there's a way to unblock.
Yeah. I've already used my second one. So at this point, I'm just going to start bleeding out as I run out of energy.
I can't use the big half of my second one unless I have nothing else in my hand.
You guys all have second wins?
Yeah.
You probably have one somewhere.
Oh.
It's just
You think you have one? You don't think
I just
you
have a really big first wind.
okay. So at this point, we've kind of done everything in this room.
Oh, look, you have a second one right there.
Oh. I didn't even bother reading whatever it was.
Did you not use it, or is that a discard?
I'm pretty sure this was a discard of something.
So I can do a move action to get into that room to make it easier, or we can all move as a group if you want and follow my move and move into the next room.
Which of your two is a discard pile?
That is.
Okay.
Okay, so
I had also messed that up somehow.
if you choose to move, and that just
You
means
get to choose right now, yeah. Which one?
Which one of those
So,
should be your discard? Somebody should probably move on into that next room.
Do you guys want to get involved with my move and just all move together, or do you want to do an individual move?
Yes.
I want to get involved.
I want to be
get involved
involved
with
in
me?
your
if we
move.
evolve,
Yeah.
it still costs us though, right?
No, because I am the one. I'm the active player.
It's mandatory that
When I move,
that ability be
this has to
involved
happen.
in any action.
Even if he's involved.
I think maybe we can't be involved in the move action. He has to use that if that's the action being taken.
If the required action icon is seen on one of the active player's item cards, the active player must take the corresponding actions. And they must select that card and apply its effects. Not on an involved player, on the active
So
player.
she just doesn't weigh anything if
'cause
you're the
we're all
one
like-
moving?
well, because we're all in a group.
If we're all in a
moving
group moving,
together.
she doesn't weigh anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Because I'm the one taking the
Two
effort
arms?
to like navigate to the next area.
Yeah, we each take an arm and a leg. And that way she doesn't weigh anything.
Thank you, guys. This is
We're carrying her together, which doesn't use as much of his energy.
We're helping.
That kind of makes sense.
Well, it would make sense in the sense that I'm the one that's like navigating to the next area.
Yeah.
Because I'm the active player, and you guys are just
Yeah.
easily following behind me.
She still weighs 120.
Yeah. But he doesn't actively he has to actively like make his way through the path.
it's you know,
Mental weight.
yeah,
Mental weight.
like
less mental
the
weight.
mental weight of not having to
Yeah, Brendan's already kicked some stones
clear-
out of the way. He's clearing the path.
clear the
Clearing the
fog, fight the devils.
I think we're helping carry her for one time the next.
Think of it like hiking through hunting. Being in the front, navigating through all the brush, is the hard part. Just following someone is really easy. Right?
No. If
Yeah.
you're still got the duffel bag that has a 50-pound, 70-pound haunch in it, it still weighs
It's still-
70 pounds.
Sounds like you're not doing it right.
Yeah, but when compared to when you're carrying that, but you're in front also and having to bushwhack, right? It's different.
Well, falling down the hill, ass over tea kettle, and then, a couple others just laughing at me as I fall down the cliffs, while also having the duffel bag.
I don't want to hear it with how many elk I've had to
Conscious.
pull out of there.
What did you read anything on the FAQs about something similar? No.
The FAQ really didn't have very much.
So I think at this point I'm just doing a move and you guys are all going to be involved.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we all move together, because there's safety in numbers.
And I need to see if I want this card. Oh, I get the look at the top 3 cards of your action deck and put them back in the same order.
In any order you want. I had one.
No,
of those.
I have to put them back in the same order.
What?
But I get to see what they are.
Mine let me move them around.
Do I want?
Or did I misread it?
Are we? Should we even be seeing what's on the top of the discard pile?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
matter.
can. It doesn't matter. You can look through your discard at any point. It said.
Oh.
I remember it saying that. You can look through your blocks at
But
any
you
time.
can't
Your
look through
discard.
this.
You can't look through your active deck. Okay, I'm gonna replace my flight with.
Yeah, mine
this.
says I can put those 3 in any order. So yours is different than.
Yeah, mine is different. Of like I have to put them back in the same order, but I can look at them at least
Okay.
if I want to.
And I can put them on the bottom if I want. So it's just different, I guess.
Okay,
don't know
I've
how
moved
to
us all in here.
All right.
We're really
Look,
getting
there's
out
a-
of this crumbling building really well.
Somebody should go listen to the screams going on in that room
Okay,
and explore those other 2 routes.
I want to do it.
Do you have enough energy?
It's
I'm
you
starting
wanna
to
do
worry
this one?
about the energy situation.
It's a free one.
It's a
That
free
one's
move
So get out
just-
43.
with the diamond.
So is people still screaming? People
It did
still
say
being
people-
tortured
it did
for
sound
their
like people-
truth
It sounded like
No,
people.
it's-
while the building's crumbling.
That's what it sounded like.
The savage howls grow louder as you approach the cell. How did you know they were going to be screaming?
Because it said that when you.
Because when it comes to torture, Wes knows best.
When we entered the hallway, it said that. Your instinct tells you not to peek in.
I've
Your
honed the skill
your
on
mind-
Brandon over years.
urging you to continue forward. Time is running out, but your curiosity gets the best of you. Approaching the cell door, you stop dead in your tracks, mouth agape in horror. A prisoner wearing tattered clothes writhes in the grips of some insanity, screaming and slashing at his flesh. His skin is taut over a network of dark veins that are slowly dispersing black sap through his body.
What?
That doesn't sound good.
Whoa,
That freaked me out.
this is creepy.
You
That
are
one will go over here.
You are
read
familiar enough. I can't read it.
You can read it.
You are familiar enough with this affliction caused by the spines of the blood flower to know that this poor devil is done for. All it would take is one push to end his agony. Okay, so it wants me to
Shove him?
6 cards. Whoa, it's gonna cost 6.
With
I
a
can,
little-
I can
with a little
reduce that
muscle.
by 3.
Whoa.
Oh, I can reduce it by 2. That's what the flail is
So
for.
it's like mercy. It's a mercy kill. Like that's why it
Yeah.
costs so much.
But we do get something apparently after that.
Well, I'm in better position if
6 energy.
if I could just ride your coattails the entire way, or anybody's, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
6.
And I think the negative to that is that you don't ever get to do a move and get a card back to your hand.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're just like cheating the system by doing that. You're just
You're just not
removing the
gonna get it.
ability to like plot a card and easily take one back in your hand that the move action normally is for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure you have the energy for this?
I don't know. I mean,
I can reduce the energy by 3.
If you do it, it
If I
costs
do
less.
it.
But you still have to have 1 success.
Out of 3 cards seems pretty darn likely.
yeah.
For me, it wasn't. I failed.
Oh,
With
really?
fighting the monster, I had 3 cards and none of them
Oh,
had a
really?
success on it.
Well, you can only choose one of them.
I would only choose
If you
one.
could combine them,
If
you would
can
have had
combine
like
6,
2 at
yeah.
least.
I think.
Yeah,
Are you
so-
so you're just gonna kill him? You're just gonna go off the guy.
Well, it's the right thing to do. It's mercy. It's a mercy kill.
You're gonna.
I can go off him. It'll make it so it doesn't cost 6, it only costs 3.
Do it.
Do it for an item. Okay. So, I'm not going to take any other items. I'm going to activate this so I only have to draw 3. And then, I'm going to say that's all I'm doing for that. Do the reveal.
There you go.
Well,
There you go. It's a left and a right.
no it's not.
You got 1.
It's only 1
only
success.
1
I thought,
success.
for some reason, I thought it was 2.
What's that
Okay.
number on it?
151.
Apparently that's going to be an item that I get.
There's only 1 of them.
Oh, this is a locked item. You are unleashed.
Hold on, let me read the.
Oh, okay, go for it.
The individual resists your grasp, but you get the upper hand and throw him into the void.
You threw him into the hole?
I'm ending his suffering.
Or turning into something more.
You have a hoe
done
and an
for.
axe, and you picked him up and
And
threw him down a hole
he's
instead.
ending-
I don't have
he's
an hoe.
ending his agony.
The hell broke.
Discard that.
Oh, the hoe is broken. Okay, is this the past?
Yeah, that passed. Okay, so I am now.
What if he just falls forever?
You could.
That'd be terrifying.
What have you done?
Locked item, you are unleashed. Your fatigue has turned into intense anger. At any time, you may choose to return, you are exhausted.
That's the exhausted.
Wait,
card.
at any time, you may choose to return your exhausted card. So I could become unexhausted by losing this.
Because we
We haven't seen exhausted yet.
But I can now apply to anything, ignore unsettling, and get
because he's
3 of the fist
so
icons.
exhaustion makes you
You've seen stuff.
immune
I've
to
seen
unsettling.
I keep seeing selected. Does that mean if I select this?
Yeah, because it says like when selected can be read as part of an
gear up
effect.
stuff.
You must apply the effect that follows if you have selected the card during the gear up step of the action.
Okay. So I can
it's-
use this. I can use this once.
Part of the gear up, yeah.
Otherwise, and once I've used it, I have to then return it. Or I can choose to return it to get rid of exhausted. But this is locked to me. I can't share this.
So it's like an excuse that you use for something, but the excuse only works once.
Yeah.
You
But I can
cre-
use the
you-
excuse 2 different ways. I can either ignore unsettling and get 3 of the fist icons, or get rid of exhausted.
You can't just walk around the rest of the game going, guys, I've seen stuff.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
And then
I've thrown people screaming down holes.
wait, where there wasn't any other.
And I was happy to
return
do
like that?
it.
Okay. Then I just lose these.
Okay, you're psychotic. Is that what that means?
Okay.
Okay.
So we can either get another one of these if there's any more 43s. There wasn't. Okay.
No, I think that star more often than not means that there's.
I'll check the
one.
side room. Yeah, sure. What does that thing say? What do I have to do?
Interesting.
Well, I have to do something.
Mandatories.
Or is it free?
Oh
No,
crap!
those are mandatories.
Look
Was
what
it free on the
look
other
what
side?
just happened.
Oh, okay. I should probably. I
Now what's happened?
don't know. I don't have my glasses on.
Read it.
Total. Oh boy.
Finish your food. Now what have you done?
I think everything's fine. Total chaos reigns in the corridor. The prisoners are. Oh, hang on. Oh no, I've turned.
So these are mandatory.
I've become really old, where like you have to find the right distance.
Trombone.
That's right there. Prisoners are jostling to get out as quickly as possible. Only the strongest or the sneakiest seem to be prevailing. You must take one of the following actions.
Now,
Okay.
now because this is mandatory and we're all in the same terrain,
We're
we
all
all involved, but he's the active player.
All right. There's a fighting
Can't
icon.
we just choose the active player? Is the
No,
person who
because
turned it
he
over.
searched. If otherwise we would get to choose, but because he searched, he's the active player.
So we can either stealth or fight our way through. It's mandatory for everyone to do this?
We're all involved.
We don't all have to do it, but we're all involved in
You're
your
the
act.
action.
You're involved in the consequences, whether you
Exactly.
like it or not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um.
You're the active.
Oh, this is slowly starting to make a little bit more sense, though. Like you can see, the white part is like the good outcome, and the black part's the bad outcome. I see.
Yep.
What have you done? What hell have you unleashed upon us?
I could improvise. I'm gonna try to stealth.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I have a plan. I'm gonna have to improvise some things, but I think I can get us to sneak through here.
We're gonna sneak
So
through the corridor.
what I do is I pull out a sheet I've been having I held in my backpack. I said, "Now we're gonna have this all over. We're gonna pretend like we're a really long horse.
You got to have a bed sheet.
I'll-
I didn't get a bed sheet.
I'll be the
Did
head.
you have a bed sheet?
You guys
I
will
don't think
be
that's
the
what I
legs.
taught. I think I'm the soldier who doesn't remember the past, right? I'm the one who's seen things, and I can't remember any of it.
So, it requires one,
Sheets.
and then one of these, right? It says something about a link. I think there's a link
Chain.
thing there. Chain.
You have a chain, so only one of them will count, and you've got to have one success.
Okay.
So
Like
that's what the
Wes.
chain means.
Yeah. Chain means that you can only
thought
choose. It means only one of the cards you flipped over can be the one that you.
He has to draw
as
at
the
least one,
results.
and only one counts. The chain means only
So
one
this
of them.
is the mandatory one, but I can still choose more.
Yes.
But only one of them will count.
Only one of them
When do you
is
think I would use this
selected.
ability?
Is that what's
Which one?
It has a brown color on it,
Yes.
and then I think I can.
You could apply
Yes.
it now.
That's it. This is the time.
So I add
Yes.
a chain, but I don't use the brown side of this.
Correct.
It's just this action.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna draw. How's my deck like?
What's the
But what is
success?
this- what is
One
this-
success.
But what does this do?
This adds +1 to this, so now he can choose
Oh,
two.
choose two. I didn't see the plus. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Choose any
And
combination.
then at the
of
end of it, he
two.
can return one to his
I
hand.
Two
really should
chances.
do 3.
You get 2 chances here.
You need what? You need one success.
Right. So I need a combination of these 3 to give me just one success.
You need 2 of those.
I need two
I
of
need
those.
2 of these, right?
You need 2 of those for one success.
Or 1 if you're lucky.
Look, I'm an old lady, so I'm gonna go with the 3 here.
Well, you already got it.
Thanks.
Oh, you
Oh, more than
totally
enough.
do it.
Sweet heavens.
You're really good at stealthing.
Okay. Success. The success consequences,
Okay.
which includes this.
Yes.
What do you mean?
It means an extra one of these can go into your hand. That's
So I
what
could
the
take
hand.
2 of these?
Well, if that success showed one of them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll get
So-
2 of
Read the
those.
consequence.
You remain unnoticed until things calm down. So no one notices the large ghost horse
We're just
in
sitting.
the
Yeah.
corner.
Great.
We're under a
Well
sheet
done.
next to the wall, hiding.
But you have to discard this and
Okay, so
Now
this
2
one
of these
gets
can-
discarded.
be returned to your hand if you want.
You can put.
Someone's
Yeah.
gonna do something with that.
Yep.
Yeah. What was
And
the
I
number
figure
that
out if
goes
I can
there?
take 2 of
32?
these somehow.
I think things just get worse from here.
I think it's going great.
You've walked past this room 1,000 times, but have never entered it yourself. What luck. Those who have experienced it have terrible memories, the sort that wake them at night, drenched in sweat, with eyes wide in horror. Pushing the door open, you take a look inside, the interrogation room. An overturned brazier has spilled its dimly glowing embers all over the floor. An obviously unconscious, obese giant is slumped against a cupboard. Close by, a man is imprisoned by stocks around his neck and wrists. Oh my
that'll
gosh,
be.
even more. There's even more things going on.
What are those things? Roots or vines of some kind?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Was that just another room? I totally sorry. I
It's
was
another
missing-
terrain. Yeah.
Okay.
Did I put the right one in? It looks
like
like
it.
it matches. I did the right one. Okay. Another interrogation room.
Okay.
I think I'm going to explore this one.
Okay.
Open that up and see what our options is.
You are out of breath.
Oh, jeez. What? Oh, it's a timed event. It's a temporary. It's a special thing.
Temporary.
It's a temporary event
Temporary, okay.
that means you continue. Right, that thing.
Yeah, it's temporary. You've seen that before. Just
Do
means you
you-
do it now before you discard it.
As best you can. One random involved character takes a 001 card, or do you risk taking a few moments to rest? Take 013 card to try your luck. If Lady Luck is on your side, you add 3 to your energy deck. If you're jinxed, fragments of rock fly everywhere. One of them hits you in the face and lose 1 life point.
That's it.
So you can take an item or possibly take a better item, but with the chance to fail.
I think we take a few moments to rest.
Yeah,
Look,
chance
and I'll
it.
do a 13. Wait, take a 13. If Lady Luck is on your side, I get 3. What is the 13 gonna? That means 13 is gonna
Go
tell me
luck-
something more about whether
lucky
it was
number
lucky or not,
13.
right?
You're doing the chance one of where you could fail?
Yeah,
Okay.
and lose a health.
We're resting.
Okay, so there's multiple 13s. So whatever these cards are means something. You're jinxed. Old Cider always said, I've been around and I'm telling you, good luck never lasts. Bad luck never sleeps. Return this.
So you just lose 1 life point. Because a rock flies, a fragment of rock comes
Yeah.
and hits you in the face.
Yep.
And then this is in the past.
This goes back,
This goes back in.
which means the 13s. Let's take
The
the
randomization of 13s actually kind of matters.
It does.
What about this?
So I'm going
Does
to take
this-
the 13s out.
Does this stay flipped over?
No.
Unlucky.
So now he takes the damage.
But what does that mean? Exactly?
That means you now reveal this 034. And that goes into the past.
Still don't know what those numbers mean.
So 13s, we're going to keep out, and we're going to draw those randomly when you need a 13. These are some sort of pass-fail of some kind.
Okay, so you took a damage.
Yes.
And now can you get out 34?
Yes, I can, sir.
I'm excited for all the special numbers that we have. We're gonna have special decks just sitting there.
Oh.
There's more.
Wait,
oh,
did you read
read
it?
No, read
Oh,
the other
read it.
side.
You notice people gathering at the far end of the gallery. Several very agitated prisoners are standing at the top of the stairs leading out to the sacred grove. You overhear a few snippets of conversation.
We're not there yet. So is this? We don't do that mandatory action yet, right?
Not unless we're
Not
on
until
the
we enter that.
The terrain.
Until we.
Once we enter that terrain, we have to do that action.
I don't want to go there yet. We should all go over here.
And then all characters on that same terrain have to get involved, and we choose who's the active.
Hey guys, let's all go and look in this
Yeah, there's a lot-
interrogation
there's a lot
room
of
first.
options.
I like creepy rooms.
Let's go in the creepy room. Who's leading this one?
Well, I can't. I gotta follow you guys' lead.
I have
Yeah,
room.
but
I have a
not for-
room for another thing in my hand.
Me too. So either one of us is probably pretty good. We're probably about the same. I'll just lead this one. I don't know.
Lead the charge.
Or do you want to just stay out here? Actually, it doesn't cost you to come with us in here, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Strength in numbers, as you say.
Something like that. So that one's not a completely free action, and that one is. That one's not completely free. You have to spend 1 to get that one.
Yeah.
So maybe I ought to open that one since I can't return it to my hand. So
You want to just do the other ones first?
can I do another second wind real quick?
How can you have a second wind card?
Well, I'm just doing the smaller action. That doesn't make me have to block it or
Just
anything.
a third win.
Yours is different than ours then.
So I can do +3, or I could do +6 if this is the only card in my hand, and after that, I would block it. Oh. After I use it the first time,
It got blocked.
I blocked it. So I used that just wrong, period.
That's all right, so did he. We're catching up.
So I have 2 open spots.
We're
in my
learning.
hand.
We're learning we're learning how to play still. This is just how it goes when we're learning new games. Is we just mess
Wait,
up
so
cards.
How many cards can you have in your hand?
3.
Just 3.
It's
3.
this
Oh yeah,
number.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, that's right.
So what are you doing over there? Just searching through all the cards?
Yeah,
I
did you
have-
to spend movement.
I have an ability that's going to let me pick one of these to put back in, and so
As
I
part of
figure
your
one of you
movement?
is going to do like this free action real quick, and I'm
So
just
you're
going to
trying
figure
to
out
do this one?
what
No.
card might be worth.
You're still
this.
doing the movement.
No, we all moved
cost.
in here. It's all done.
But you already.
Stick
but
my
you
hand
did
in a
the.
I did.
random hole.
Yeah, I did. I put a card in my hand.
You want to explore
Movement
the
is
next
done.
place?
Yeah.
You want to explore one of these? Which one? Do you want the hand-to-hand thing,
The eyeglass.
or are you investigating?
You're probably gonna have to save somebody.
Eyes are
Oh yeah, are you
Right
saving
in.
him or are you investigating?
Can we do this one?
Yeah, why not?
Well, it's against this edge.
Because the
We don't know. We don't know
You're-
what
it's
that card
probably
is. It
has
might not
something-
be an event.
Because with these, it locks.
Right.
It locks that.
We have no idea what that
It's
card
probably
is.
has to do with the obese guy.
It might not be an event. It might be a fight. It might be a mandatory action. We don't know that
Okay.
it's an event.
Okay.
If it is, there's rules about what you do with the card that blocks it.
Oh, okay.
Something about we'll find it, but there's
Okay.
something about the past. You put that one away,
Okay.
and you rearrange all the cards such that the one you're on, everything still touches each other or something.
Okay.
I think for us, it'll just be like replace this or something.
So which one do you want to do?
I avoid the man. I don't see him.
So, okay, so
But I'll go looking.
you see him now.
Which one?
He wants to avoid the obese. Dude.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care about him.
You want to help the guy out of the stocks?
Or
Oh, crap.
Or this, or do you want?
Oh, there's two men.
You want to open a drawer?
There's a giant. There's something about a giant on the ground and a guy locked in the stocks.
He's bleeding,
Which-
so he's probably hurt. Yeah, pretty bad.
Okay, I'll go look at the giant.
The giant?
Okay, so
yeah,
that's free.
okay.
Number 22.
Yeah, I'll take my chances with the giant feller.
All right.
What is this? All right. You shudder with disgust upon seeing the villain slumped against the cupboard. Ratko, a zealous collector of secrets, whose cruelty is matched only by his cunning. You are lucky enough to have avoided enduring one of his interrogations. The same cannot be said for some of your fellow inmates, most of whom would take full advantage of this situation to finish him off once and for all.
You're not. But we're better than that. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, you're
Huh.
better. Well, you're better than that.
He has no visible wounds, but he is completely unconscious.
All right.
What could have happened?
He's drunk. Do you molest him?
I have.
What is this? What kind of card is this?
It looks like a thing like
Look,
that.
it puts it over here.
Well, that's good.
Huh.
There.
But it was okay.
It's
They
probably-
just.
It's because of that.
And it looks
Okay.
like someone could off
It's
him.
an action.
What is this?
That looks like healing him. What's the plus sign? That looks like healing him.
Which sign?
It's a plus.
Plus what?
No, it's just a big plus sign, like a medic kind of thing. Red cross, but not red.
It's like reviving.
It's a kind of
that's
action.
illegal.
Like wake him up or something.
It's a kind of action. It's an action symbol. All right. How come we don't want to kill him? Didn't it say he was a bad guy?
Yeah, he's a torturer.
Can I see it for a second?
He tortures people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your fellow inmate.
He's probably tortured some
Cannot
of
be
you all.
said for some of your fellow inmates.
Yeah, some of y'all probably got tortured by him. And if I told you that he was still alive,
Okay, so this is saying that we can't do the search action again because it's got the search action icon on the little arrow.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
and this is just a medic action.
I
It
think
doesn't
so.
mean anything.
No, it's the kind of action.
Yeah, it's just the type of action.
I mean, it looks like a medic kind of thing.
Yeah.
so it could be just checking if he's alive or who knows what. You'd have to read
I think you're
ahead.
gonna give him the breath of life.
Well, if
Give,
we
give
if
him
we,
the,
su-
what is it? What is it?
if we succeed, it unlocks a
Kiss of
dialogue.
life. What?
If we succeed, it unlocks a dialogue and banishes this card.
Yeah. Who's next?
Two successes.
Me.
That could go really poorly
I'll
if he's a
go.
torturer.
What are you gonna do?
This
That
thing.
one? Okay. There's only one of those. There's only one of these.
Perfect. The man's head twists in the stalks. You have spent enough time with the other inmates to know this individual is not from the Citadel. His face still bears the marks of his recent interrogation. He stares scornfully at you, eyes shining with a dark malevolence. Is that a sly smile forming at the corners of his blood-stained mouth? Doesn't sound...
Oh man.
Doesn't sound nice. Who could he be? Why was he tortured? Was he able to overcome his persecutor? Given his current situation, he is most likely expecting that you will also be asking him a few questions. Dialogue.
Awesome. All right.
More dialogue. But this is free, you know, it doesn't require anything. I'm just going to go ahead and do
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and do it.
Yeah, read it. Do it.
49, please.
You have the dialogue book. You're our narrator.
Right.
We decided.
Yep.
Without your vote.
49. Okay. The mysterious individual speaks before you can open your mouth. Set me free, quickly, before he wakes up, he urges in a hurried whisper, nodding to the body lying nearby. We're on the same side. If you choose to free the prisoner, read 1. If you choose to wait, read 015.
Do you
But
decide to
I
free him or
just
not?
don't know like the way he looked at me. Look. He stares
Well, let's
scornfully
wait.
at you. Maybe because we're free and he's not.
I didn't join you on the action, so it's all you.
Let's read.
What do you decide?
I free him.
You're gonna free him over there?
You undo the fastenings on the stalks, and the prisoner straightens up and stretches, rubbing his aching joints and arms before drawing strange patterns in the air around him. He's a wizard. Or he's crazy. You were about to ask him to identify himself and what he is doing here when you hear him murmuring something that sounds like an incantation. He turns his palms towards you with a deft movement and unleashes a powerful beam of energy that shoots through the air and sends you hurtling back against the wall.
Ooh.
Slumped on the cold stone slabs and still in shock, you watch as he strolls nonchalantly out of the interrogation room.
You freed an evil wizard.
Each character on the active player's terrain card takes a 002 card. And then I must take the 004.
Each character on the active player's...
Terrain card.
That's all of us.
So you get a 002 and you get a 004.
040.
040.
No, he gets a 04 as well. Right? Because you're on the terrain card. Isn't that how that reads? Everybody on the active terrain
Each
gets a
character on
2.
the active player's terrain card.
Each player on the
I'm
active
thinking.
player's turn.
I think
Sounds
it's,
like the rest of us.
I think 40 is probably gonna give me
It's
some,
probably the next thing.
Give me some damage because
So it sounds
I mean,
like
I
us
just
three
got-
get a
I just got hurled
2
back.
card and he gets a 40 card.
I just got thrown against
He
the
got
wall.
thrown.
Each character on the active player's terrain card takes a 002 card. Take a 040 card and return the dialogue book. You think it's just us three?
I think so, and then I get the 040 because
I think so. Otherwise, I think it would just say all. Well,
I don't
I guess that could go
It's
both
all
ways.
the characters in the terrain card.
On the active player's terrain card.
He's the active player,
yeah, but
and he's in the terrain card.
It could be interpreted in both ways.
Once we open 40, I think it would make more sense.
Caleb,
Because we have no idea what these are. No, I think he gets this one too.
You think so?
Yeah, we all got hit by whatever this is.
No, we didn't.
only I did.
He's the only one that got hit.
Look,
Yours doesn't look like you got hit by something?
It does. Yeah, I guess maybe he does take it too.
I think he gets that one too.
I think I actually agree with you.
Because of what that says,
Okay.
right?
Your
Did you say
thoughts
I
are-
actually agree with you? You fiend.
Yeah.
Your thoughts are incoherent and you struggle to remain focused.
It's in our-
Doesn't happen very often.
It's a new purse card, purse item.
Oh, because we're all confused.
Revealed. If you're
Oh,
already
just-
confused, discard all of your hand cards and return this. Immediately after performing a recovery, discard all of your hand cards. Oh my gosh. In an action, you manage to calm and jumble of thoughts in your head and return this. You have to have 2
Successes.
But if you do that,
You get rid of this.
and you're not going to be faced with getting rid of all of your hand later.
If you do a recovery.
Well,
But we're not-
We're getting
We're not
I don't
already.
know what a recovery is yet.
recoveries when we run out of cards.
We're not already confused, so that top part doesn't apply, right?
Right. But immediately after performing a recovery, we're
But
going
the
to
red part
scald
does.
all of our hand if we're confused.
Okay.
What if it only costs me 1 card to get 2 successes?
Well,
I don't think I can.
Well, then you have to take the gamble of how many cards do you have in your hand. And are you wasting more cards to get rid of this than you would just
Right.
losing cards every hand?
Right.
But this is just.
Because I do have 1 guaranteed success.
I don't have any guarantees.
Okay. All right. We're not recovering yet, so we're fine. Oh, and you get what card? A 40?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you are.
And then this happened to you.
Crack! You look up and see a fissure making its way across the ceiling, stopping halfway. Anxiously, you hold your breath. False alarm. You can get back to what you were doing. Crack! The fissure suddenly shoots forward, splitting the ceiling in 2. A stone block crashes to the floor in front of you, and you have just a few moments before the whole thing collapses. Okay, this is where I have to
All of us.
run.
All of us.
All of us
All
are.
of us are involved in it.
Okay. Plus
Batman's
2.
going to die.
Plus 2 with 2.
Oh, but he's the active character. It doesn't cost all of us that. Right?
No, he's the active player for this one, but we're all involved in it because it's a mandatory
Right.
action.
But he's the one that's going to cost cards.
Yeah. We don't have to lose cards for this.
Weird. This seems weird.
It's just if he fails, we all suffer for it
Don't fail.
because we're in the same room.
Can I make... Don't fail.
Okay, there's 1. That's good. 1/2. Spare no effort. Energy drain. Ooh. That's just what
There's
we
a
want.
chance. Oh, you do get 2.
Right there.
You did it.
We did it.
Nice.
We did it.
Hey, good.
We did it,
good job.
interwebs. Wait. We
Yep.
did it, interwebs. Look.
You made 2 star-bellied sneeches.
You got 2 Starbelly sheeps. What's the consequence?
You
Stars
managed to
upon Mars.
you managed to escape from the room before the ceiling gives way, raining down a barrage of rocks where you were standing just seconds before. Banish your terrain card and replace it with a 32 card.
Oh, see ya.
Which would
Everything-
include any,
probably all the
adjoining-
stuff with it.
which would banish
Oh,
these.
right. Actually, 32.
Discard the permanent events attached to it.
Ah.
Move each involved character's figure to the
It
adjacent
said
terrain
banished or
card.
discarded.
What did it say?
Did it say banished or discarded?
The terrain card is banished, but the permanent event is discarded.
Okay.
Then move each involved character's figure to the adjacent terrain card. I guess that we already
Okay,
did that.
that's there.
And then I have to do that.
But it costs you extra. And then, that was a close one. As the dust settles, a stone rolls across the floor to your feet. The rubble has almost completely blocked the door to the room, which is now buried under several tons of rock. Anyone who is in there has probably been reduced to pulp.
Squish.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
So if you're in there, it costs 4 to get out. Why would we go back in there?
Unless we come back in there this way accidentally. If we're forced,
Yeah. Okay.
somehow we're gonna get forced into there.
All right.
There we go.
Do you want to lead us to the next?
Unless it matters what order we place the terrain card in. And then we are in there, and then we move.
No, because at the end of that
It
one,
specifically
said,
said move us to this one.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Well, I'll move us. If you guys want to join, I can move us to the next room.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
I wish
go.
to be involved.
This is the most I've seen of this place.
What are y'all talking about?
This is really fun exploring.
I'm with you.
Nice. Okay. That's actually pretty good for fight action.
Too good. Looking for any?
Secret numbers.
Really?
Yep. It's really, there it is. Check that out.
Secret number in there?
Huh. 33.
For what?
Isn't that interesting?
What number is it?
33.
33.
Zero,
There's a hidden
3,
number.
3.
What does that mean?
That means
If
we
we
go
f-
find card 33.
If we find it, but do we have to be in that room though?
No.
What the heck just happened?
Is this out of the FAQ?
Interesting.
Yeah. How else do you know? How else would you have known that?
There is a part of the instruction that says something about if you find hidden numbers on a terrain card, or on any card. So even your items you've picked up might have a hidden number on it.
Like this, A0078.
Look, is that a chest poking out of the mountain of rubble? It appears to have fallen through the ceiling above. While keeping an eye out for falling debris, you crawl to the chest. It has been smashed open, and most of its contents reduced to scrap. A flask is the only thing that seems to have survived the damage. Does that put me back in that room?
Yes, I'm sure it does, because you crawled over the rubble.
I want to know where this
The heck?
where this rule is that for finding those.
There's secret numbers everywhere now?
Secret numbers, yes.
Spotting a hidden number. Some cards, terrain, permanent events, temporary cards, burst cards, etc., may contain hidden numbers. When you spot one, you may take the card bearing that number, and then after making sure it is the right card, discard the card on which you spotted the hidden number and replace it with a new one. Even a hidden number can be seen on a terrain card or permanent card, events attached to it. You may not take the corresponding card unless you are on that terrain.
Okay,
So you had to have moved in
You
there
had
to
to
do
be
it.
in there. You had to
Read
be-
that last sentence again.
You may not take the corresponding card unless you are on that terrain.
So I would have to
For
go-
example, on the 154 terrain card, someone spotted a hidden number blank. He discards 154 and takes the 316 card, which has blank icon on the back, confirming it is the right card.
Yep.
And at that point, you may move on to that card and take that corresponding card.
So I need to move on to that card.
Yes.
So I go back.
Only if you. Only
here.
if you choose to.
Sure. So I have to go back there,
We already played it all out, so essentially you have to.
right?
Yeah. So if you find a number,
Just as it.
you
Just
have to go there to investigate that
Yeah.
number.
Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to say. But they made it sound like it's also on like items and things, not just adventure cards. Potion of Vigor. Flask contains a crimson liquor exuding a heady fragrance. Return the You Are Exhausted card and share 10 life points.
Whoa.
There's return there.
10 life points?
Okay. I've got an idea. We're going to need that in a minute. Right? Because once we start having to recover, it costs us. Okay, there's at the very end of the instructions, you'll find a little chunk that says if you want to play story mode, which is easier, you only lose 1 life point and you can get 3 discard cards back. So your recovery is you lose a health and you get 2 cards back
Okay.
randomly from your discard back into your action deck.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
That's recovery. So it costs you health 1 health for 2 more energy.
Okay.
Seems right. There's an easy mode, story mode, that is something like 1 health will get you 3 cards instead.
Okay.
There's a survival mode where 2 health will get you 3 cards back, which is even worse and more expensive. That was my text that said, hey, we should play on survival mode.
Oh.
You'll lose 1 life point for each 2 cards you choose to randomly take back from your discard pile and shuffle back into your action deck.
So we're going to get to a point real soon, right? We're all getting pretty low on energy.
Okay.
As we do these actions that are costing more and more,
Right.
where we're going to have to start spending our life to get cards back, right? But this flask will get us 10 health points to distribute, however.
Oh, didn't we already have something like that over there?
There's one of these things too, but it's asking us to do things that doesn't make sense yet.
Okay.
We don't understand what it's talking about because it had something to do with the Citadel flyer, which it said don't pull out yet,
Okay.
right? Because it was something like share. Anytime you may block this and all of your other Hope Return Born cards so that the characters can share 10 life. So we can take all of these and block them
You
all
were wanting to play survival mode?
and get 10 health. Yeah.
Survival mode is you must lose 2 life points for each 3 cards.
Doesn't that sound exciting?
We don't even know how to play this mode. The easy mode.
For the tutorial thing, we should maybe play on regular mode.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Is that because you're a pansy, can't hack
well
it?
maybe
Zoomed
maybe
weenie?
when we get to the next
Yep.
thread.
I don't have
we
other
can-
words.
We can up the game on the next.
When we
thread.
get into the actual booklet
Yeah.
of the real threat and we add the add the peril in that it said don't do this if you're a noob. Yeah.
exactly
That deck.
Yeah.
Because right now we're not.
Okay, so
feeling
you're
very
stuck in that
threatened.
room,
Oh yeah, I'm back here.
and we're all in this room.
Okay, so does it cost you to move back in there?
Yeah, so me getting back out of it. Let
so
me just
you need
do
to
my
move
turn.
one move and then a second move.
Yeah.
already did
So
that
I have to
one.
do this. Do I have to do moves to get in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it basically 2 moves to get back over to here, right?
Except you also have to add this.
That's when leaving.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So I could have put these in my hand, right? Because I'm just walking back there. I don't think I'm allowed to do this with this thing, though.
Well, you can just say you didn't join us for this move.
Yeah.
And it's just 1 move to go back.
And just 1 move. I went back.
And you're just not part of this mandatory event that we're gonna do after you finalize getting into that room.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Retcon.
Yeah.
We have to figure out how to make sense of like, because the hidden numbers are like, yeah, when you find it, do this. And that what if that happens just in the middle of who knows what? What if it's in the middle of a mandatory
it's-
multi-action?
Well, what it is that you discover the card, you pull out the card that it's corresponded with. You just
And
can't
then go back.
You just can't reveal it until you go back into that room
That makes more sense.
when it's a terrain card.
That makes more
Other
sense.
cards you can reveal it instantly. You just can't reveal it unless you go back into that terrain card.
That makes more sense. I should have this.
So now us 3 all have to be involved in immediately now doing this, and we just get to choose who's the active player for whatever that flipping over that tile is. It's a free action, so it's not going to cost any.
But then
of
I
its
need to
cards.
come back, right?
Yeah, but you can't go now.
Oh yeah.
we
'cause
have to
yours is
resolve. We
mandatory.
have to resolve this now.
Yeah.
I just feel so confused.
Yeah, do it.
So that's
So
what
you're
that
all
means.
involved
That's,
in with
that's got to
dice.
be the first thing you take care of.
We have
As
to
soon
do that.
as soon as whatever enters this terrain tile, we now have to do this action.
Okay. You gonna do it? I'll do it.
Okay, so
20
let's reveal
24.
24.
Okay. I'm just confused. What? Really? Last I remember, I was in my cell. What's happened? Where have we gone?
A large section of the staircase has collapsed, and anyone hoping to reach the stairs leading down will now have to leap across a gaping chasm. The task seems as difficult as it is dangerous, given the broken, disjointed corpses you see lying below. Only one character may get involved in the following action.
think there's other numbers we missed.
Probably.
Only one character can be involved?
If we decide, if it's not a mandatory action, but it's an action that's there.
It's like you have to balance.
Oh, try to get down the stairs.
You have to have some agility or something.
Usually my grandson.
So
tells me
either-
to go
You
down
have to
those
take-
stairs.
So two cost 2 with 2 successes, or 2 and 3 successes if you have a card with the keyword weakness and or cumbersome, which we do. We all have.
My weakness.
We all have weakness. So we'd have to have 3 successes. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That could be difficult.
With only 2 cards.
Plus, I am cumbersome, so I'm twice.
You're twice in trouble.
Twice.
Can I just sit down and try to sort
I'm in
my
so much
thoughts
trouble.
out?
I'm in so much
You want to try to manage your calm your jumble thoughts?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to get
Yeah,
rid of
he's gonna
that?
try to get rid of it.
Figure out what's going on in my brain? I don't
I'm
remember
gonna get unconfused.
being here. Okay. So it's a mandatory one of these, right?
Yep.
All right. And there's a chain on there. Doesn't say how many, but I assume it just means one. And I have to get 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'd probably just stay confused.
Yeah. Just don't get to get rid of it.
Hang on. One of these lets me, during result step, draw one additional. No, that's not it.
I'm gonna get exhausted.
You may
can't-
discard this during a gear up step to apply the following effect. I get a star or a question mark. So I get an automatic +1 success.
Good.
That's something weird. Okay, let's go with this, and then I'm gonna we'll do one more card here, and trust my luck here. See if I can get this in the little camera here, so you can see. Okay, so these are the 2 cards. I turn these over. Hope for a bunch of stars.
You can only use one of them because it's chained.
But you had that.
Oh, that's true. But I
success
have
too.
these, so these 2 work out.
So you succeed.
Yay! Here, thoughts in your head. Return this.
Return. Okay.
Hmm.
I think those are all. I think all the 2s are the same.
And then
That's
I
the impression
think
I
I
got.
only get to keep one of these, right?
You don't get to
Unless,
keep
it,
any of
unless
them.
it says in the success, but
No, you don't get to keep any of them.
Oh, only if the success said so.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get
So
that.
those are
Okay,
all
so I just get
discarded.
rid of all these.
Yeah.
okay. Question.
Okay, cool,
Answer.
cool.
So, when the chain is not there,
Mm-hmm.
what's the required?
You can use
Okay.
any. You can use any combo of the ones that you selected. So you can use them all. So if I drew 3 cards and revealed 3, I can use all 3 to try to get the successes if there's no chained.
See, I thought that's what the +2 meant. Like +2 means
+2
minimum
means
of 2.
Yes.
Which means if any more than that, you still need at least the 2
You can only
a
use
combination
2
of
them.
2.
Yes.
you can only use a combination of 2 of them with the chained. Without the chained, you can use any combination of any amount you draw.
You have to
But
draw
you're-
at least
you're-
2, but you can draw
Okay,
another
so-
however many you want, but you can only use
What
2 of them
about
after your
this?
turn.
This says when the action's cost has a chain, the chain plus Y effect enables the active player to take into account the successes in the result areas of Y additional revealed cards.
Yeah, but that is
Of
that's not.
why
Is that
revealed
confusing?
cards.
This is for a.
Is this something
This is
different?
for a skill that adds that.
Apply the effects of their cards.
So remember, he had
This
that
is the
card that
result.
applied more chained cards. He had like a weapon or skill that did that. He was able to add more to one of the chained.
Okay, so
actions.
here's an important exception. Some actions with a chain icon are less likely to succeed without the appropriate skills and/or equipment. The chain icon means the active player may take into account the successes, stars and half stars, in the result areas of X revealed cards at most. Player's choice, where X is the action's default cost. Okay, here's an example. If the action's default cost is +3 with the chain, the active player may take into account the star and half star icons in the result areas of no more than 3 revealed cards, regardless of how many they choose to draw. They must ignore any stars and half stars shown on other cards they have revealed.
Yeah. So they can choose to reveal more than the 3 cards required, but they can only choose the results from 3 of the cards.
Oh, okay.
This other part has to do with using a skill on it, though.
Okay.
So you can apply the effects of another card, and if that card has a plus to it, a chained plus to it, means you can add even more cards that you can take the effects of.
Okay.
But we haven't, I think only the one card is where we've ever even seen that.
Oh, I remember where we are. I remember everything we've done. Did you guys know a wizard shot us?
Nope.
We met a wizard, and he shot us with a magic.
Well, I'm not even in your room. I'm bouncing off walls over in this other room.
What's that you said?
I'm so confused. I wandered back this direction.
I'm so confused. I might just wander off into this abyss and join the rest of the corpses.
It's
I-
the abyss,
that are
the
mangled.
void.
I need to come back into the other room, but it's really expensive.
Oh, I see some stairs.
It's
I
super
think I
expensive for me to get back in
I
there.
think he's about to try to move.
I need
Right,
to,
right.
I need to get out of here.
I think I could plot a path through these stairs, though,
I think
because I'm not confused anymore.
I believe you.
I can do a move, right? Which costs 1. Right? I have to apply this, which is another 4, unless I gear up with the flail. Which reduces
Nope,
it
you
by-
can't gear up with the flail because this isn't a
It's
fight
only
or
for
a strength
fighting.
action.
You have to do something with walking.
You have to give up 5 cards.
So I had 4, right? In order for me to just get out of this room.
Yes. And you get to take one of those back into your
And
hand.
I keep one of them in my hand, but my hand's really busy.
Well, where does it say you could take one, put one back in your hand?
Right here.
It's part of your
Oh, part of your own movement. Yeah, okay. Well,
So
you,
maybe-
can at least
You don't
choose.
even want to look at those?
You can at least
No.
choose.
Okay.
I'm telling you what it costs me to get out of this room.
You just put them in your...
But you could.
It'll cost me 5 to get out of the room.
Yeah, but
So now you
one
gotta
of
put those in your
those.
discard.
He's not doing it
Hold
yet.
on.
He's gonna stay there the rest of his life.
If I stay in this room and rot into a corpse, it won't cost me the 5.
Okay.
Or I can try to be unconfused because it's really expensive once I have to recover because I have no cards. I'll have no cards left at that point.
Okay.
That recovery costs me a lot at that point.
Okay. So you're going to try to become
So if I try to
unconfused
get
right now.
unconfused first, does this math work?
Yes.
Right? If I become unconfused first, it's still going to cost me the 5,
Yeah.
but I won't also lose all of these in a second as
Trying
well.
to
Because I have to recover
Yes.
once I run out of these. Just trying to get into the next room, I'm going to completely run
Yes.
out. I'll have to recover, which means I'll lose my
Yeah.
hand as well.
Yes.
Fair play.
Does that make sense?
So try to become unconfused.
Okay, so I'm going to try to become unconfused, which costs me 1 of these. I'm going to use this. Well, I'm going to try and just do it with 1. That's a gamble, and I'm going to lose this, but
Confused with just
Right?
one.
Yeah.
maybe I do 2. It's costing me because then I do run out.
I mean, you can do it over and over again because there's no...
Yeah, but I've really got to. If I do it once, I really got to get out. Otherwise, I'm going to start bleeding as I recover, because I'll be completely out of energy getting back out of this room. This will give 10 health. If I can make it over here, I can distribute 10 health and me get a few back and fortify you guys too, though. If I can just make it into the room with the rest of you guys, I can use this.
Okay.
which gives some health back.
Okay.
Right? If it brings me back up to 8 and also gives you guys some, it was still a benefit.
Okay.
So if I do 2 of these and just hope for the best of at least 1 star, right?
You have to get 2 stars.
But I can use this skill to get a 2nd star.
Okay.
In which case I succeeded and no longer confused. Right? Mm-hmm. These all go into discard. Mm-hmm. Now I try to get out of here, which costs 5.
Yes.
I hit 4, which cost me, so I don't have enough. So this is how recovery works.
1 point for each
I
card.
lose 1 health, and 2 of these
At random.
at random are put back into my deck.
And then you
I don't know
immediately
what we're
draw.
calling this deck
and
yet.
you immediately draw from that to
be my
fulfill
5th
whatever you needed.
Which leaves me with 1 energy left, is what this means, right? So if there's my 2, I put 1 here. These are my 5, and it basically doesn't matter what they are because it's a 0 success anyways, which just gets me to that room.
Yes.
But then you could choose.
You can choose one of
You need to
those.
put
One of those can go
back.
in my hand, right?
Okay.
That's interesting. Oh, I can mitigate damage. Right? Those all get discarded. Now for me to get to here and join you guys costs another 1. And that can go in my hand, but
No, it doesn't have to cost you 1
oh, you're already there.
because we're already there.
Okay, so that gets me into your room. I've only lost 2 health, and I have 1 energy left. Hi.
Oh,
You might eat it.
Now, can I use this? Can I take another action?
Sure.
Can I be the
Yeah.
active player again?
yeah, do it.
Okay, we get
Is this only one-time use? Is that
Yes.
a one-time use?
yes,
Do we have a maximum?
maximum of what?
Get it
Ma-
fucking
99.
over with.
Can we go over
That is-
8?
So we can
Yes.
add.
We can. So if I use, no, we can share 10 life points. It's not that we all get 10 life points. We share 10 life points.
So I get 10 life points.
No. So,
So I get 3.
well, I think the active player decides.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, right.
So I think I get my 2 back.
So now we're
Right?
at 8.
So I'm back up to 8 at least.
So 8, we all get 2 each.
Well, right, but I might need some more energy later.
Are you just sipping it? What are you doing?
Or should we just not use this yet? We don't need it yet. Should we just not
What
use
if
it yet?
something happens and you drop it?
Let's just not. Well, that will be, one of you will pick it up.
Why don't we just drink it
Okay,
while
well,
we can?
your chances of being.
I think we should drink it while we
chances of-
can.
your
And
chances
I
of-
say we
there's-
split it all up right now.
Well, there's no if there's no max health, or we're not near our max health.
Alright.
Why not just drink it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless
let's
you're
do
unless
that.
you're worried about like distribution of the health.
I don't
Right.
wanna
What
do-
if we give the health to the wrong person who loses their energy?
I
And
guess-
now they're unconscious. Then we have to read the unconscious rules, which we don't know yet.
I guess that would be the reason to not use it. yet.
Wait until we know who to give the health
Well, I
to.
think you're clumsy. You're just going to drop it and lose it.
I've seen things, son. I'm not taking this
See,
action.
no, he's the one that's seen things.
I've seen things.
Let's save that. I'm going to save that until I know where the health needs to go.
Okay.
We're fine right now.
Now you're about,
You bleed energy like crazy. I'm already bleeding out, literally.
As
Let's
long
figure out
as long
where
as
it
I
needs
don't
to be.
move and follow you guys, I'm okay.
Right. And as long as I don't do anything else,
yeah,
I'm fine.
You must have spent a lot of time confused.
I'm not confused.
No, I'm not.
I
either.
see everything
and now
clearly.
you're gonna try to go down the stairs.
I seen 5
You don't want to do whatever
dimensions.
this is?
He wants to go down the stairs.
Okay.
s-
Let's go down the
I'm gonna-
stairs.
I'm just going to explore a path. All that is plotting the pathway for
Okay.
the stairs.
I want to open
So
this real quick.
Do it.
though. Let me open this real
Sure,
quick.
go for it.
I'm
Yeah, yeah, I
confused
think
about
that's
this
good.
arrow, though. What's this arrow?
Another part of the room. That's probably like the next.
Because when we play this, it's supposed to have that point.
Maybe it
towards...
opens it up.
I think
right?
you put it on the right side. I'm just confused by an
Maybe
event
this is
having
like-
2 arrows pointing to
Yeah.
different
Maybe this
directions.
is like reveals 2 terrain cards.
Can this be played on?
That and then an extra.
What's
one.
this one's? What's this one's number?
Well, I want to play it, so let's just do it.
Yeah, let him do
This
it.
is
27.
34.
Let him do it first.
34. Do what?
I'm gonna play this, so 27.
I thought he was going down the stairs.
We're
Yeah,
gonna let
he's
him-
gonna.
Let him explore a little.
Well,
Okay.
read these instructions.
Okay, check that out.
27.
I don't remember seeing an event with 2. Maybe if we drew this event and we did have a terrain card 41,
Wait, that's,
that's
the one with
where the side it would go on if it was for terrain 41 instead.
Right.
Do we know what terrain number we're on right now?
30 something. I just looked at the back. Guys, we're on 34. That's what I was wondering. Is like if you drew this for 41 instead, we would put it on the other side of the card.
Maybe.
That's the only thing. That's my guess. But I don't remember reading that in instructions anywhere of having an event with 2 arrows.
Or maybe it's
Well,
a hidden
especially
number.
since the thing that revealed it is this map, which is this arrow.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yeah.
arrow that's associated with
Yeah.
the action we took
Yeah.
to reveal it.
Okay.
You're
You're
maybe
doing
that's a
27?
hidden number, and so we should just pull the number.
No, look for it. There might be a hidden number on it. Look.
Look, I found a hidden number.
Did you reveal 27 yet?
No, I need to find. I was trying to figure life out. 27 is. Oh, this is going to be exciting.
Several prisoners jostle each other in confusion on the landing where, just moments ago, there was the only staircase leading down to the garden level. We're doomed! We're worse off than a wurzel in a field of carny flowers. Shut it, Liam. You're as cowardly as you are ugly. Have you seen what's left of Mance? He was an arm's length for making it. An arm's length!
I'm stealing that line.
More dialogue.
It was an arm's length. It was great.
So,
You're as cowardly as you are ugly.
Cowardly as you are
let's
ugly.
just go
I'm
to
gonna
it.
find a way to use that against you somehow.
Me?
Yeah.
10.
I don't
what I
know
use
why
it
you would
against.
plot
I
against
mean,
me
that
like
works for all sorts of things. You're as dumb as you are ugly.
Yeah, do the next action.
You stand in the middle of the group to make sure everyone can hear you. I don't plan on dying in here. Clear the way so I could get a running start.
So it's all of these people right here that this fight is
They're
going
gonna
on.
try
wait.
jumping.
It's these guys.
I was just gonna look.
what does
and
this
find us
mean?
a clear path. All right.
Authoritative, diplomatic, or jokester. Do I choose one of those three?
hell? You
stand in the
middle of the group to make sure everyone. Yeah. Which of those are you? Which one are you doing?
I think I'm.
Lugging Taja
I think
around. Tasia.
I think I'm authoritative.
Okay.
Listen, you're both as ugly as you are ugly.
No,
Wait.
that doesn't. I'm not gonna be able to do that. No,
He is confused.
I'm gonna do diplomatic.
You have to choose the confused option.
Diplomatic. No. Okay, here's the confused option. None of you has found a ladder by any chance? The largest prisoner, a man by the name of Thorm, puts his enormous paw on your shoulder. You're a funny one, are you? Or you're a funny one, you are. Take a 13 card to try your
Oh,
luck.
you have a special deck for your 13 cards over there.
You're jinxed. Gosh. Old Cider always said, bad luck is like a bucket of waste when you're walking through the streets of Port Bile.
Classic saying.
You never know when it's going to hit you.
Classic cider.
But one way or another, it always does return.
You're as jinxed as you are ugly.
I gotta read 35 now.
Your character has a new saying.
The new catchphrase.
Yeah, new
Character
catchphrase,
has
that's
unlocked
what
a
it
new catchphrase.
The ambiguous answer given by the Colossus leaves you puzzled. Was it a sign of kindness or a warning? As Thorm tightens his grip on your shoulder, you realize it was anything but a sign of kindness and you begin to lose your nerve. Have you finished jesting? Do you really think this is any time to be playing the fool? Sorry, I'm confused. He finished. I am a fool. He finishes his sentence with a powerful headbutt to your face, blurring your vision and bloodying your nose. You brace yourself against a wall until you can gather yourself. Lose 1 life point.
Dang it.
Oh.
Well,
Is that card
That,
just
that was
stay
just
there?
from trying to talk to them. So you tried this thing to like.
banish this card.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Well, we know what happens there.
Well,
I guess we
all
are
right
forced to
then.
go this
Don't
way.
you worry. I'll find us a way. I'm real handy. Like, let me look at this thing.
Get us through.
Was that the only 27?
Do we have to replace it with the other one? It just said banish that one. It
Just said
didn't say
banish.
put the other one in.
So we just
There might have been another 27 of a different color. You'll never know because of the dialogue choices and the jinxing of this fella or madam.
What?
She went up and talked to the big dude.
Well, if there's a different 27,
But if there's a different
it could be
27.
a different dialogue.
But we
Only one
can't
character.
put that down.
Only one
Why
character
not?
may get
'Cause
involved
it
in
didn't
this.
say put it down or replace it.
Why
It's a
can't
banish
we
it.
do that action again?
We could repeat the action
Oh, yeah.
for
You
more
could,
dialogue.
You could.
Because that was just a guy saying like, "Quit fooling around, like quit being a jackass."
Yeah, and it doesn't have a dot, which means if you try it again and there's not one there, we put the past back in
Yeah.
to all of it and choose the 27. If there's not,
You're gonna do it.
if there's
Yes.
not another 27
Okay, listen up. He's going for
right
it.
there,
Okay.
So
there is another 27.
it should cost me 2. Alright, mandatory 2. Links 2. I gotta get a successive
Change
2.
two.
Change 2. I'm gonna keep calling it linked. I don't care.
Chained. The directions say it's chained.
Well, I'm directionally deficient.
You're not certified in that yet.
We get you changed, certified.
You're not certified in directions.
direction certified.
You know, I'm
Not
still gonna
direction
keep- I'm
certified.
still gonna keep trying to play this as safe as
Add
I
that to your
can.
list.
That's a great one.
Yeah, so you got it.
One of these days when I get some more free time, I'm going to make a bunch of these. Still need to buy frames for them all. I'm going to be so certified for my next job.
Okay, this is interesting. You may discard this during the gear up step to apply the following effect.
You didn't gear up though.
Do it.
You already passed it.
You passed gear up.
You technically passed gear up when you
That's
drove,
We'll allow it.
but
We're still learning. You're still learning just like the rest of us. At least you didn't use your second one 3 times.
Carry on.
At any time during the result step, draw
Yeah, what's
one
that?
additional card and reveal it. Does that mean the result step is when I flip these over?
the
and
result step is when you're revealing the cards.
So if I don't feel like I have enough, I'm allowed to just go, oh,
one more.
there's one more, right? Okay,
I have
cool.
something like that.
Okay, very, very, very cool.
How many successes do you need? Oh, nice.
Yeah, girl. And I can pick 2, so I just picked those 2.
You succeed.
Yay! All
What's
right.
the successes? What's the consequences?
You land gracefully on your feet. Put a 041 card into play in the space shown, unless it is already there, and move your figure onto it.
041.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Taking the stairs 4 at a time, you finally emerge into open air. You stare incredulously
discard
at
all
the
of
gaping hole that is torn the citadel asunder. A huge heap of boulders has submerged a large portion of the sacred grove. Panicked prisoners scramble about through the clouds of dust.
Yeah.
So are we able to take
Wait.
that action again to get over to him, or is he stranded over there now?
All clear.
We needed to be involved.
Only one.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
We
But
needed to claim involvement.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, none of the consequences don't look like they.
Were we
help
not
you at
involved?
all. No, we weren't.
We
I
didn't-
said
we
only
didn't-
one person can be involved.
Only one person.
Only
can
one
be
character may get involved in the following action.
So we didn't even
So
have
maybe
choice.
we can go
We
around.
have to do this one.
Maybe we could find another way.
There is no other.
There might be.
No, this is just.
Oh.
Because this guy just told me to stop dicking around and headbutted me.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to. I was being
My
a jokester.
charismatic self could maybe talk to someone over there.
Okay, are you?
Yeah,
gonna
you're
wanna
not
do that then?
confused.
I'm definitely confused.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
It's your turn. I've decided it's Brandon's turn. What do you choose?
I'm tempted to become
Yeah,
try to become unconfused.
I kind of want to as well.
But I'm gonna first use intuition to see if I can even do that. So I'm gonna use this action to look at my top 3 cards
Oh, yeah.
and see if I can even become unconfused.
Yep.
I can only choose one of these cards.
It is the perfect time to use this health potion. Everybody in the train tile.
Wait, I've already. I told you.
I'm truly at. Let's split into health. What's your health at? Have you lost any
So now
yet?
you can split it all.
You haven't even lost any
All that
yet.
I have.
I've lost more health
I
than
can
you.
do 4, 3,
But
and
you're.
3.
Oh, I thought you regained. You're right. We haven't used that yet.
I am
Really?
incapable
Really?
of becoming unconfused. With my
I'm worried about
first
your
3 cards.
energy levels.
Just as long as I don't move,
You're gonna have to do this.
unless we get around another. Unless
yeah.
there's another way.
She's gonna talk
So
let's
wait.
talk our way out
I
of
can't
it.
become
on.
unconfused.
What's your name? Arthun?
Arthun?
You gonna talk us out of this?
Sure. Despite me being confused. Sure.
I guess I'm not confused. I'm not sure confused really has anything to do with it. We've applied that ourselves.
No, well, it makes sense though.
Yeah, but we applied that to the dialogue when it really wasn't a part.
Well,
of
the
it.
dialogue had a choice between.
Yeah, and I chose.
He chose to be
poorly.
authoritative
I chose
or joke
poorly.
around. With it. He just chose one of 3 options.
Oh, okay.
Had
didn't
nothing to do
tell
with the
me,
card. That was something
Not
I
unless-
threw in there.
Not unless the
Okay.
instructions tells me something
Otherwise,
different.
okay.
But I just
He
randomly.
just chose.
Okay. Well, then draw new 27. The prisoners are out of ideas, and their curses and lamentations soon turn to panic and scrambling. Despite the danger, no one seems prepared to leap across the
Except
precipice.
him.
The oldest member of the group begins to considering one of the smallest lads as a volunteer for another attempt. He's too small. He won't make it. Well, we're too heavy and too old. Either he jumps or I'll throw him. Throw yourself too while you're at it.
Oh, was that the big dude?
That's all. That's all it does.
That's the whole thing.
It's the whole thing.
No.
You're as small as you are ugly.
There's no escape that direction.
So we just closed off escape that direction. Because they're just sitting there arguing forever about the smallest guy.
I'll throw in some
I'm
kid.
curious what another 27 would reveal.
Because that's that.
Yeah, that's just a blocked off path now.
What if there was never a route? We'll find out next threat.
Next
when
threat,
we do
if we
this
run into
scenario
this
again, we'll have to try it because you tried authoritative, right? We need to remember this. You tried to be authoritative.
No, that
No,
was
it's confused.
jokester. I was being a jokester.
You chose being a jokester. Okay,
Oh, okay.
we'll try one of the other 2
Yeah,
choices
he called you a jester.
next time.
He called me a fool.
Fool. Now's not no time to jest.
Fool of Brooks.
You fool of a Brooks. Throw yourself in next time and save us all the trouble.
And we already determined that there was no other 43s, right?
Yeah, there's no 43.
So the only way for us to,
Unless we go back.
To where?
I think we already determined there wasn't any more 14s.
Nope.
Now, can you move to my tile?
Yes.
I'm already
we
there.
have to.
No, we have to do this.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, you're not attached to us
It's not
this time.
attached.
We have to use that action to get over there.
Look, if you land right here, it's nice and soft.
But look, it says only one character may get involved.
Yep. It's one character at a
So,
time.
but one
additional
additional.
Right?
I don't think.
What?
That's what that means.
Because I'm the active character,
One
then someone else is
character
involved.
may get involved. So we could do this.
Yeah. Only one
Divide
additional
and,
character
divide
may
and
get involved.
conquer.
Yeah.
Additional?
Yeah, so let's just do divide and conquer.
There's active and involved.
It doesn't say additional.
Well, there's active and involved.
Yeah.
It's two separate things.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, they
There's two
are.
separate.
No.
Never does it say
Yeah.
additional.
It doesn't
Additional.
say additional.
I
Come
know.
on.
Additional means involved.
No.
Yeah.
It does.
No. It's you decide how many characters in that tile are involved in it, and then you choose who the active player is.
No, the active player chooses the action, and then you choose who's involved.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
choose to become involved. That's the truth.
You gotta choose who's involved afterwards.
You
Wes
choose
is
who
gonna be
you
wrong
choose who
again.
the,
I
you
put
choose,
money on it.
You choose who the active. If you go to the very beginning of like choosing the actions, you
Yeah, and
choose who's the active
We
player.
all agreed that he was active,
Yeah.
but we failed to get involved. And in this case, one of us can get involved.
Choose the active player,
Uh-huh.
and the active player can then choose which action is
Choose the
taken.
available action they wish to take. The action is always blah, blah, blah. Whose figure is on the active player's terrain card. Each character whose figure is on the active player's terrain card may get involved if it is not mandatory, and the active player agrees. I guess we can say no.
Yeah, we could be uncooperative for whatever reason.
You
Only
ain't jumping with
better
me.
not.
May use. Getting involved in another player's action may be helpful when your skills, whatever. The active player.
So I say
You
that's
think
what
it's
we,
two people?
I think
that's
it's
what
two
we
I
do.
think it's two people.
We divide and conquer.
You hold
somebody,
hands and
somebody went along with you,
To leap across
and
this
then,
together.
somebody
holding
helps.
hands?
Then somebody helps me across.
Someone who's unconfused should take someone who's confused, I think.
Yeah. So exactly.
If
So-
it was going to say only one person could do it, I think it would say only
Only the active.
only
player-
the active player may do
May.
this.
Yeah.
The fact that
probably
it's
right.
the fact that it's stating involved.
Yeah.
is
pretty
the
clear to
additional.
me,
Oh, because you have a weakness.
So we both
well.
do. Either one of us should be the involved, and then
And
vice
it,
versa next time.
It should really be you because you trying to do it by yourself is even more detrimental.
Yeah.
Right. Like I should, but either one of us, both of us should not be going on our own.
No, but
Especially myself.
but especially you. And since we only have the option because we messed up not following one of us following him,
We could like just pretend like we did.
we could.
Or, okay.
I'd have to allow it.
I'll suck up to the fact that we messed up and have to try to fight this confused. I'll probably be stuck over here, but I mean, there's some negative actions that could turn into something funny.
I did make an attempt to read that part out loud. I go, well,
Well, I honestly,
Nobody wants to,
I
I'm
forgot
just
about
gonna
that, and I
go.
was looking at it. I was like, do I want to get involved? I was like, it's just revealing a card. I don't care. I like actively in my head
right.
decided I don't want to. I'm not going to bother getting involved because I had even forgotten what you had said
Okay.
aloud. So
right. So you want to own up to that.
I'm going to own up to the fact that I actively chose to not get involved in that.
Okay.
Wes is still not convinced he's wrong.
I don't. It doesn't make sense that two people are holding hands jumping across this chasm.
Why not?
Why not?
I don't see how that helps you.
Sure it does.
Just because you don't like to hold people's hands.
Listen, I don't want to be touching you.
Okay, good. You'll be touching Drew when you do it.
Only one character may get involved in the following action.
The fact that it's even stating involved and not the active player.
Like, right? Because I think that if no one can, I would imagine it would say no player can be involved.
Right.
Right?
If it was going to say the term involved, it would say no player can be involved.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just say only the active player can do this action.
Yeah.
So far, this game has been very explicit with its wording.
Yeah.
Very, very explicit.
Sure is pretty down here. There's
flowers and moss, and grass.
I don't know.
Pretty sure you shouldn't touch some of these because people turn into zombies apparently if you touch the wrong plant.
And then get thrown into a hole.
Yeah, they're pushed into the void.
I would have to draw more than 3 cards for me to be able to pass that.
I wonder if there was any indication that I would have known that it's just a picture of a teeter-totter. The action looks like a teeter-totter. I wouldn't have known really that I'm leaping, doing some sort of leap of faith there.
Not without looking
So
at
I
the card
wouldn't
and
have
reading the
thought to-
consequences. And,
Right, I wouldn't have thought to grab somebody's hands. Maybe, I don't know. Be like, you're coming with me. He's like really like this specific card. You know, if you search Reddit long enough, you'll find someone who agrees with you.
Not with this game. There's there's nobody saying anything
Yeah,
yet.
it's not been out long enough for anybody to have said anything anyway.
Yeah, I just looked at their forums directly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just Reddit. People make stuff up. You search Reddit long enough, you'll find someone who agrees with you.
True.
I gotta go fight with somebody
That's-
on the internet.
That's the rule.
All right,
You concede.
I concede. It doesn't make sense in my head of 2 people holding hands being able to jump better, or you're carrying one of the people.
Or they like you help them down because you've already managed to
right.
the save.
Okay, so am I helping one of you 2? Because you have
You're
a
gonna help
weakness.
him.
Help me.
Because there's no way I can succeed.
But you're no longer encumbered, or I mean,
I'm not.
So
I don't have a weakness.
So the only thing I'll say is I can look at the top 3 of my card, and I know with my top 3 cards,
That you won't
I
succeed.
can't succeed that. So I'll have to draw more than 3.
It's going to cost me a lot of health to do this.
well, we've got our health potion. We can
Oh, that's right, because you have
We
no.
can
I have no cards left.
top off, at the end of all this.
So it costs me health just to even try.
Well, is your so whatever her name is, Taja, is not linked to you,
No. Somebody.
and you technically have way more stamina than Wes does. So you could hand off Taja to Wes
And him jump me across?
and him jump you across.
How does that make sense that he's now jumping
Yeah, the
3 people
confused
across?
person.
That's awesome. And that it costs less energy to do that.
Yeah, and I'm confused, so it's gonna cost me. I'm gonna have.
Oh, you have to do the
Think
other
of,
half.
think of it as him jumping first, and then you jumping after him, and him catch you.
He has the
helping you
weakness,
across.
so he has to do the other thing.
Yeah, but he's got to do the
It's
hard
harder
one.
to
to do
succeed.
So it's that decision of you losing life
I'm going to
points
lose life points
to get
do this.
across, or you losing more cards, or we do a different combination of me having to draw, because I've got a fairly healthy deck.
Yes. You're going to have to do all the
I got-
actions from now on.
I got 4 cards left.
But the problem is I know my top 3 can't succeed with this,
Right.
so I have to draw more than 3, for sure. But I'm also confused.
So you only have 1 card.
So there's
Yes.
or I try to spend a bunch of cards to try to become not confused.
Okay.
So-
I'll jump and try to bring you with. You're involved.
But you need 2 successes.
Right.
So you need an extra card.
I'm going to need multiple extra cards.
Or I could.
You okay?
Had the weirdest flashback of playing this 101 Dalmatians board game when I was like 10 years old. That was so crazy.
Well,
What
It happens.
What evoked that? Something evoked
I
that.
just don't know.
memory.
Something
best
did
combo
evoke
is.
it. That was so trippy.
Something your brother said?
I totally forgot it was even a thing. Like I played it one time at a friend's house. I'm like, this is weird.
And it's probably the first time you remembered it since it actually happening.
Yeah.
What
It was
What brought
something
it
to
on?
do with the
Help jump. What he said, jumping
how
down, helping
proportionate.
somebody.
No, how
Oh, how it's laid out, the layout here.
I just
something
don't
about
know.
that.
I still think we're supposed to do this one at a time, but let me see if I can jump you across. It's going to cost me a few health to do it,
Was there?
but there's
one
no other
other
way for me to get there.
Now I've got to Google this. Make sure.
Yeah,
this is
because
a real
I-
thing.
There's no other way for me to get there. It's impossible for you to make it. Right?
Because I'll end up. It'll cost me health too, probably more health because, I need at least. I'll
Yes,
probably use
'cause
all
you're
4 of
confused.
these, and if I do move, I'll be in the hole because I need to get rid of 2 from my pile, right? So that'll cost me a health point as well.
This seems insane. Okay. I'm gonna take the action, and you're gonna be involved, right?
Yes, I want to be involved.
So to do that, I have to do at least 2 cards. So I'm gonna lose 1 health to get 2 back. And I'm gonna hope for 2 stars on the 2 cards. Is that what we're doing? I'm gonna play all 3.
That's
I gotta
it.
do all 3. So I'm gonna do.
Oh, you can't really see it. But like the placement is confusing. Of like figuring out how to get through this game. And I was like, what game is that?
That same
and it took me just
confusion.
a second to go, oh, that was 101
So
Dalmatians.
the same confusion
Yeah.
brought upon that confusing memory of
This-
101
that was
Dalmatians.
just freaking
Okay,
insane.
so I have to do at least 2. I'm gonna add a 3rd,
What the freak?
and I need 2 successes, right?
Is there something I can't add in.
I have 1 thing I can do if this doesn't work. I can add 2 more cards, but it'll still cost me another health to try and get more successes.
Well, you'd have to, but that would be a new turn, right? So you'd have
No,
to.
Not
I
with
have
that,
an
not with
ability.
that skill card.
I have an
Oh.
ability to add 2 more cards. If
After
I don't
they've
like
been
what's
revealed?
there, which will cost me another health.
And then you could choose up from the 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
You
One.
got it. No, wait. You need 1 more half.
Yeah, that's the wrong half.
You got it.
There.
There you go. 3.
3. So we make it over.
You make it over. And then
Well,
it's already revealed. Okay. Well, you could have chose to be. Oh yeah, only 1 involved.
Only
That's
one
right.
person could be involved.
And there. That's
Come
all
on
of
now.
this. All of my. That's everything I got.
Yeah, this is going to be important to have.
Yeah, we're gonna need to use that in just a minute.
You're gonna.
Maybe.
So
I still have 5 health.
You
That's
know
enough.
those 3. You know what
Yeah,
those
which
3
I could
are.
take an action to check them again.
We haven't even started the threat yet.
Yeah, well, I think we've been playing
I mean,
inefficiently. I think is the word.
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
it's just something along those lines.
Yeah.
it's like running
probably
your
will-
first D&D campaign.
I mean, we spent the first year playing
Learning how to
Leave it
Gloomhaven,
wrong.
having it take forever because we're trying to figure out how to play this game that has got a gazillion rules.
Okay. We have 30 more minutes of playtime.
Okay,
Can
so
we say that?
I guess I'm going to try to cross. And because I'm confused, I have to get 3 successes.
But you already know that you can't.
So the question is, do I
Shit,
spend
jump.
extra cards to try to become
Or, I mean, you could do.
unconfused?
Right, you just need 2.
Be unconfused.
Or spend all the cards
No.
just getting down there.
So the hard part about trying to become unconfused is I need 1 card to get 2 successes.
Which you can't do that either. You know that
You'd
you
have to-
can't do that.
Okay, yeah. So either way, I can't get it with the top 3 cards.
You need
No
at
matter
least
what, I have to spend
maybe
4 to 5 cards.
You might as well do the jump.
It's I have a higher chance of getting 3 stars with 2 cards than 2 stars with 1 card.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I might as well spend 5 cards.
Yeah.
and just try to jump across.
Yeah.
And if I fail, I don't know. Just keep,
Don't read it.
just like do this again.
man.
Just
Yeah,
do this
'cause-
again to get my next top and like see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do 5.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I could have picked. So I'll just reveal these.
Ooh, looking good so far.
You can only keep 2 of them.
You can,
It's not looking good so
2 of
far.
them.
you can only keep 2 of them.
Nope. That's not it.
Did not get it. I got 1 star at most. Or no, I got 2 stars, but I needed 3.
You got 2 star. Yeah, you got 2 out of 3.
Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read
Yeah,
it?
go for it.
As you land on the far side of the stairs, you hear a terrible cracking sound just before a bolt of atrocious pain shoots through your body. Lose 3 life points and take a 003 card.
You have a nasty wound and are not recovering as quickly as usual. You are injured. Immediately after this is revealed, if you are already injured, take a different type of card.
Oh gosh.
Immediately after performing a recovery, I have to take 2 cards and discard them. There's an action I can do, a healing action. I can take 1 49 card, okay, so I can take an action, which is 1 card and getting 4 successes. Gosh, I'm so screwed,
You
guys.
can't do that.
I'm gonna die.
None of
over
us
here.
have the equipment to do that.
If I succeed, I take a card and return this. If not, your condition worsens and I lose another life point.
Oh, you have to try part of that right now, huh?
No, I don't have to do it right now.
Oh.
It's just if I was already injured,
Oh, then-
I'd have to take a 001 card.
You're injured
And then
and
return this.
confused.
I am injured and confused, which means recovery is a lot worse for me.
But
But
once, but only one time. Right?
no,
All the time? Every time you recover?
every time I recover with these 2 cards, I will
Both of them
lose
stack up.
-2, and I'll have to discard all of my hand.
Yeah. You're messed up, bro.
But I can, if you'll allow me, I can immediately take another intuition action and look at my top 3 cards. Just see
Okay.
what I'm working with.
Yeah.
Okay, so that requires 2 successes. Oh wait, but it's 2 cards. No, wait a second. It's 2 cards, 3 successes, right? Dang it. I can get 2 successes with 2 cards, but that's it with those 3 cards.
But you make it down
Oh wait,
there.
are
But you're there.
No, you already made it.
You
Past.
make it.
Oh, I have made it?
You made
But
it.
you're
You landed
because you just
and
got
were
injured.
broken.
Oh,
It
okay.
broke
It
you.
was just a bad landing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
But you're
I was
in-
thinking
It's
I was
still bad.
I was still thinking I was stuck on the other side.
No, it's
So
still
you are-
bad.
But I'm
You
still
are-
really messed
you're
up.
not
you
dead
are
yet.
injured, as well as confused.
You're not allowed, you probably shouldn't do anything.
Look, I'm really confused. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm still on the other side of the stairs.
You just follow along, okay?
For now, I think I kind of have to just follow along.
Interesting. Okay.
Now what? We're all here in the garden and none of us are doing all that well.
Well, I mean,
You're okay.
None of these are
Kind
free
of.
actions. All of them
Here.
Well,
require
he's got
playing
2
a
cards.
card.
I've got
here,
4.
why don't I just re-up?
You got none.
There we go. Let me just. I lose a health, right? A
You
single
lose
health.
1 health will get you 2 cards back.
2 random cards.
Yes.
All right. I'll take these 2. And they just go shuffled into this.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. I got a little
We haven't made it out of this building.
Is there more to it than this building, do you think?
Well, I'm sure.
I mean, our table isn't
Oh.
that. Like, at some point,
Yeah.
you start clearing
No,
things out.
yeah.
We get out of the Citadel
to
and,
get-
and into like the fields of
Yeah.
of whatever the.
We're
place
trying to
is
get
called.
out of the Citadel, and that ends this scenario. And then we start
This
the
is-
real threat.
Consider this as like the introductory threat, really. It's not a threat. It's like the threat of the building collapsing on you.
I don't remember what the instructions said. We might actually get our health back when we start the next scenario.
Okay.
And no longer injured and confused.
Let me go have a look.
None of them are free actions. Each one of them has a cost of a card.
I'm just going to sit here and rest while you have a look around.
Let me look. It's fine. I'm
I think
old.
you are the best position right now.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I probably am.
Let me just lay Tasia down for a second. Let's just sit down in the grass. You look around and see
they're
what's going
easy.
on here in the garden.
They just cost a card.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
No
They
successes, but-
just cost. That sounds like a lot at the moment for me.
So which one do you want to do?
It says the guy with the hoarding the magical potion.
We're gonna use this when we actually need it.
Well, let me just feel the vibes.
We don't need it yet.
Okay, just
One of us is gonna need it here, I'm sure.
Just look here. I
We're okay.
think if I. Okay, these flowers look like tentacles, and tentacles and voids equals Cthulhu. So we don't want to go that. I'm going to look at 38.
I don't know why, but I think Cthulhu type gods are really nice. We
think
should
they're
always
kind?
help them and
No.
free them.
Never
don't
leave.
know
Wait
why.
a second, you're the Cthulhu god.
I don't know why, but that just seems like a really good idea.
All right.
Nice start.
What?
Your turn towards the garden where? It's supposed to just say you turn towards the garden where just yesterday, yeah, it's just I throw a your when it should just be you. Where just yesterday you were laboring to harvest Omnicura sap. Oh yeah, no, I know this place. I was just over here just yesterday.
That sounds like good stuff.
You cautiously make your way forward and notice a clearly disoriented vault bush. Oh, of course. Staggering about. Wait, it's a bush that's staggering. Okay. These creatures are generally only seen in the necro-druid chambers, where they are tasked with protecting certain precious artifacts. Oh no. This specimen seems to have been badly damaged by the falling rocks, given its contents strewn about nearby.
A vault flower?
Vault bush,
A vault bush? Like it
which is a
contains
protecting bush. Yeah.
of.
It seems like it was damaged. Oh, it was a bush. It's an encasing bush. Its contents spilled out.
Okay.
It's like a vault.
It's a vault.
It's a box bush.
It's a chest. It's a living chest.
Yeah.
It's a plant chest.
Here we go. The vault bush is set upon by a swarm of aggressive birds that must have smelled something tantalizing in its treasure trove. It retaliates by firing off a volley of deadly spines. You might be able to take advantage of the diversion to seize something of value. Oh, he's swatting at the birds. Yeah, I think this goes like this.
So 3 cards, 3 successes, chained. Chained is a lot more common than I thought it would be.
Yep.
Or we just have bad luck right now.
I'm gonna try to become unconfused.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Might as well do it now.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl.
I'm gonna try 3. Oh wait, that means one of them needs
Only
to
one of
have-
them counts,
One of them needs 2.
Yeah.
which isn't a thing.
I can't do that. There's no way.
It's not a thing? I thought I've seen that before.
I've seen the 1.5s. I haven't seen 2. I had to use a skill to get my second.
How's that possible then?
Yeah, I guess you have to have some kind of skill that's gonna.
I had a skill that gave me a guaranteed
I
success.
must have done something.
That's
I
not
don't know
gonna
what I
work.
did.
There's no way I can do that.
I don't think you can.
Okay. Well, I mean the only thing that the only bad thing being confused is when I get down to 0, right?
Uh-huh.
Which means recovery.
When you recover, you just discard all your hand cards.
Which is,
All the cards in your hand.
which is all
I don't think mine was. Do you think there's different severities of confusion? Are all of yours the exact same?
You used an ability on
You used an
yours.
ability on yours.
Okay.
You
I
both
used an
used an
ability on
ability.
mine.
Okay.
It was the only way we got out of it.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal that 47. Guess that doesn't matter, does it? Oh, weak point. That would have been good. Would have been good to have. A gust blows through the breach that has cleaved the Citadel's outer wall in two. You are only a couple hundred steps away from freedom. As you quicken your pace, a broken body crashes to the floor in front of you. A gigantic tree bristling with skulls is on a killing spree.
Oh no.
Jeez. Frantically
gigantic-
cutting down the escapees as they attempt to scale the rubble. Behind you, the cells collapse one after. Sorry, are you guys? I'm just revealing this, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You don't have to be involved, right?
We didn't choose to be,
To come
so.
along with me. But I'm not moving. Okay.
I can't. I'm
Behind
just
you-
gonna sit here for a while
I'm
until
just
one of you
gonna
tell me
sit.
how to get out.
Behind you, the cells collapse one after another, removing any possibility of retreat. Your only options is to take on the enormous clawed branches of the monstrosity standing between you and your freedom.
Cthulhu
You
tree.
thought the most difficult part was behind you.
Yikes. Somebody try and get something out of the chest.
Is there a chest?
What?
Yeah,
Oh, this thing.
I'm sort of sneaky.
The vault
but-
bush before trying to fight that thing. That's gonna hurt.
3 cards, 3 successes.
Is somebody?
Successes.
Man, these
I could do 3 cards, 3 successes.
do it.
I mean, I can for sure do it.
Yeah. See if there's some. Try and use the. What are you doing? Like using the birds as a distraction to get something out of the vault.
Yeah.
You're soon gonna need to
Do it.
Yeah, but I can see my top 3 cards, and I know for sure I can do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can
Once
do
you
something.
recover-
I might as well
you're in-
save your guys' stamina for fighting a boss of unknowns,
This is true.
and me just sit back with my injured leg.
We have a potion. Somebody's gonna be able to fight the boss. It'll
Okay.
work.
Okay, so I'm going to choose these 3 cards. I reveal. I got 3 successes.
What's the card number?
It is 350.
350.
Yeah.
Okay.
350.
You know how to count that high, right?
I know we haven't pulled anything from this far back.
Only count to 4.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
Counting certificate.
Choose one.
Paralyzing bomb. It's an item. A bomb whose fumes temporarily paralyze its target. You can ignore evasive X and brutal, which I don't know if this guy has that. With the fighting, when it's after selected, it's discarded, but you get 2 guaranteed stars and 3 defense, which means you can ignore 3 damage, which would be good for this round because no matter what success you take 2.
We need to.
You ignore damage.
We need to banish
Oh,
that.
this gets banished.
So if you
If
get
you
if you take damage, you have a shield of 3 essentially, and then you have a guaranteed 2 stars, but this can only work once, and this is a secondary item. So whoever's fighting, I can hand this off to who has this open secondary slot who's
He's
fighting.
got a lot of phases going on here.
Are you fighting it? Who's
Not-
fighting
Well,
it?
not yet.
Are you?
Who has?
Okay.
Can this-
Whose turn is it?
Can we reveal a 38 again?
If there's another 38, yeah.
There's. Yeah, I don't think. I
You
think
tell
that
you
dot.
tell me and I'll spend a card to reveal it.
There's not a 38.
Okay, but then there's a
which means we do nothing. We don't shuffle any cards in.
That means
Essentially,
it's the final. If there's nothing,
It's done. And there's no
It's
path
done.
that way, so we have to go through the tree.
yeah.
Cool.
So, who wants the paralyzing bomb to do a fight against?
well,
Somebody's got to fight this thing.
I've got four cards
Start with
left.
phase 1.
4 successes. We need 4 successes.
It's 2 cards, 4 successes. That's probably not going to happen in a single action.
Look, I have this accurate shot thing, but
You need a projectile.
we need a
weapon.
projectile.
Is that a
card-
projectile weapon?
We need a projectile.
This is a projectile secondary.
So if you selected a card with the keyword projectile, we can use this, which
Which
means
is an extra success.
plus, so a star plus if you have a a cloak,
Whoa.
you get a star
So if you draw a card that has a cloak on it, you get a star.
for 3
So if
three
I
times.
so if I give you
This
this
is
and you
pretty
fight,
good.
that's a guaranteed 3 stars. You just have to get 1 additional star to beat this first round.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do I have a cloak? No, that wouldn't work. But
You can also randomly draw it on the cards that you reveal.
A reach.
so
You might be able
Or-
to do this whole first phase without getting hurt.
or if somebody else is we can add to somebody else.
Not
right?
unless that specifically says you can do it on someone else's action.
That's for only you.
That's
This- Why does it say that? Because it's the hand.
It's a skill. And unless it says you can do it as an involved player, it only is you.
Yeah, unless it explicitly says you can use it for somebody else's.
All right.
What are the risks of fighting this guy if we lose?
So you lose 2 damage, and you can return 1 card back to your hand.
Okay, I think someone else needs to read this.
Next phase gets even worse.
Tell me what you think that means.
Flight means you get to run away, right? You may not apply the following effect if the flight action has the reach X trait.
What do you think that action does?
During the gear up step, return the card that shows the.
It's not a mandatory fight action.
And then take a 0/1 card to try your luck. If you are jinxed, 1 random involved character loses 3 life points and takes a 0/3.
And is wounded. But it's not a mandatory action.
What do you mean? Is that what that icon means?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not a mandatory fight action.
Oh, okay.
So I don't
So if
think
there
we
was
can do
so
it.
if there was something that was showing a mandatory action and you didn't want to have to do it, you could use this to not have to do it, and then suffer the random chance of getting injured because of it.
I guess that's what flight means.
I had a card like that earlier, and I ended up discarding it because
Okay.
we weren't running into that.
Okay, so I have to be the one to attack. So we need 2
So I'm going to
cards.
hand this to you, so you can use
So this is gear up. We're doing the gear up.
Is it beneficial for any of us to get involved, do you think?
If you have a card in
This-
your hand that allows you to get involved, I
Oh.
don't think so. Otherwise,
You have something that'll help.
And I need 2 cards. So this gives me 2.
so you have right now you have a guaranteed 2 stars with a potential. No, you have a guaranteed 3 stars with a potential 4th if there's a cloak.
Do you want to give him the axe too?
Well, he has to draw 2. If those 2 cards don't have a star together, that's just really bad luck.
Right, because all of that together.
The
should be
chances
4
are
stars. And
there's
we've
gotta
made it
be-
past that first thing.
There's chances are that you have at least 2 halves that make a star.
And then somebody needs to use the axe on the next phase.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think you're
I
fine
think-
with just 2
I
cards.
think that's a good
You're
risk.
probably got it.
Which-
That is it.
I
That's
do.
1 star.
And even if you didn't, you got a cloak, which you would have allowed to use this and get
Another
an
star.
additional star anyways.
Okay, so
So you succeeded.
got the cloak. Really, so I have 4.
You got
Yeah,
5 stars,
5.
and you only needed 4.
You have to do each phase. You can't.
Doesn't
damage
roll over to
doesn't
the next
roll
phase.
over.
So you now get to return one of those cards back to your
One of
hand,
these.
and we now switch that to.
But I
that
can
say
keep
6?
playing. If I keep playing, I can keep doing this.
Nope, because it says discard.
You already used it.
But I can. What does this mean? Max 3.
If you had 3 cloaks,
You can get 3 stars.
successes. You had 2 cloaks, so you actually had 2 successes off that
Okay.
card. 2 from this one and 1 from your card. You had 5 successes.
So we have to discard that. Is this selected? Is that considered selected?
Yes.
Yeah, because
That's
it has to
discarded.
be. So that's discarded. Passed.
passed, and this is just your own discarded card.
Oh, because it's a skill. Okay.
Yep.
And
I
you can take
choose
one of those
these.
cards to return back to your hand if you want.
Discard 1 card from your hand.
And then we're kind of onto the
This is more.
quote unquote harder part.
Uh-huh.
I think this one is better.
And unless I.
Those is that 6 successes?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
6.
How are we gonna do that? Well, I can help somebody with this, right? This
I can
No.
try attacking.
You
No.
can use that, but you can't
I can
apply
help
it.
somebody.
Unless it explicitly says that you can use that card to help someone, you can't use it to help someone. It has to explicitly say it on that card.
Okay.
It does have. Okay. What if I try attacking?
You want to be the active player?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah. So if I bring my axe along,
do you have any fists?
I might. I think it's doubtful that there's fists in here, but I might take advantage of the 1 link, which means I could use 3 total cards to possibly get more stars.
Right, okay.
XXs. All of my fist symbols are on X cards, so it's
This
the
is
5 you
all
chose.
that I have. Oh, I guess I could do another health and try to get more.
Yep.
Why don't we do that? That's what health is for. Then I take 2 more random
Now,
cards.
only 2 of them can you keep.
3.
No, 3 because he's used
using
this.
Okay.
part
Yeah,
of the
okay.
axe.
So I think I want to, and I get 2 more, and I'm just gonna play these 2. Because yeah.
To try to get like the max number of stars you can out of 3.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Okay?
Okay.
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 Right. So there's this
There's 2.
one. Oh, here we go. So let's bring those along.
There's 4 with 3.
3. I think that's probably the best combination we can get out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
is.
that's 4 stars.
So this gets reduced down to 2. And you
Okay.
can return one of those cards back to your hand, and you have to discard 2 cards from your active deck to your discard.
Of which you don't have any cards.
Which means you now are forced to do recovery.
This is the discard.
Is that
That's
your
his
discard?
Let's do this in order.
Okay.
I get to choose
One of those.
one of these to
back
put
to your hand.
into my hand. Oh, there's a lot of things over here. Oh, that would have been interesting. During consequence staff, show out to. Do I have like. Okay, I'll put that in my hand. These get discarded. And then I have to discard.
No, now you have to discard from your like face down from your drawable deck, which you have none, because that's your discard pile right
my
there, right?
discard pile, yeah.
So because you have none, you're now forced to do recovery
Oh.
and get 2 cards and then immediately discard those.
Okay.
So you basically just
I just
lost
lose a
Yeah.
health.
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
it. And then that is the
That was the action.
end of your end of the action.
Okay. Woo. Oh, I need to roll for the axe. A 1.
Oh, there's
Which
no more
means
axe.
it is gone.
All right. See ya, axe.
I don't
Dang
think
it.
it rolled. It just landed.
It just landed. Didn't really roll about.
So you gotta roll again.
Well,
Yeah.
shoot. I can.
Did you already do the consequence? You did,
Yes.
right? Okay.
I can technically lose some health to try to get some cards, but it's really costly for me to do that.
You probably shouldn't do any recovery. It just costs too much for you to recover.
It costs a lot for me to do it.
So
I could-
I don't want to recover either
you lose
because
your hand.
everything. Well, I mean, there's only this, right?
And you're feeling pretty weak.
Well, he'd have to use life
I'm,
points.
I'm right. So here's
I'd have to use life
Here's where that
points,
card
too.
comes
here's
in
where
clutch.
we give somebody enough health to recover enough to fight this
And
thing.
they just
Okay.
steamroll him.
So does anybody have skills in their hand right now that's really good for fighting that we can just dump this health into to do a bunch of recovery?
I can give myself.
Except for you, because you're confused, because you'll just lose your hand.
Yeah, I
as
feel
your
like it's
recovery.
just really.
It's just
Wes
between
and I.
you two.
Mine aren't that great right now for combat.
Flight and.
I have 2 that might help. Right, I can
Ruthless
get
attack.
during an attack. I can do things if I have a weapon selected, which I don't. There's no more weapons, so
Well,
that's not
Isn't
great.
this a weapon?
It's not. It's only a trinket.
He didn't trust us with a real
I
weapon.
didn't trust the soldier with an actual weapon I might hurt myself with. This can maybe help, but it means I can keep fewer of the cards, which means it really, this causes more problems with this fight than solves. But I can fight it, and there is some symbols that'll give me a success if I'm lucky. And I can add additional cards after I've flipped them over if I don't get as many successes as I want.
Yeah.
That
so
could
you-
be really
Do
useful.
you have fighting things?
No.
Just the flight and then this
Okay.
This
intuition.
lets me just peek
That
at
just
my
let-
cards.
Yeah.
So let's use this.
I don't have any.
Okay, let's do this in a different order. Let me use like 4 health to get a bunch of cards back,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
To get like 8 cards back.
Do you think this potion thing? We have to drink it all. We have to distribute it all at once. You
Yes.
can't
Yes.
just take sips.
Right.
Chug it or nothing.
Yeah. We gotta like.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be cool if we could do that, but I would imagine it's all at once.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm down to 1 health. Which ain't so bad.
No, that is bad because you'll take 2 damage from success.
If I succeed, which is what we want, I'll be hurt. So I need at least 3 health to make it through this, right?
Yeah, we have to distribute the health now.
Yeah. So like.
Let's say I fight this
Sounds
a little
like we
bit.
should
How
drink
bad
up.
can it get? How bad can it get?
Well, no matter what,
And I'll, ooh,
you'll take 2 damage even on a success.
yeah. Even on success, I'll take 2 damage. Or discard 2, which is going to cost me another health. And if we succeed at this next thing, but it's still 4 successes to do, which is not going to
With
happen
the,
in
with
one
the
round.
1.
That's not going to happen in 1 round.
And there's no like discard cards. As soon as you hit 0 life points, you're just unconscious.
So you need.
You're
you need
subconscious.
Skills. You need like way more skills for that next.
It's probably, I'm going to use probably both of these, is my guess. 1 or 2 of these to try to get just past the 2 successes we currently need, right? That next one, you only get to keep 1 card at a time. That's even worse.
It's a boss fight. We could lose the introduction scenario and have to do it again. That's entirely possible.
That's about to happen. How much health do you...
And we'll have learned something and we can
do we think this is the end?
do better.
Okay, who do we give the 10 health to? That's the question on the table.
If you're going to fight, you have to have at least 3.
I have to have at least 3 just to survive this phase.
Yeah, because of the 2.
Just to survive this phase,
This
I need
phase.
The cards you're about to use, are they one-time use? Or are you
Discard
going to be good for fighting multiple
and
times?
discard. Nope, I lose them in this. They're both discard.
Is this your active deck?
This is my active deck now.
You have the biggest active deck right now.
Well, I spent all my health to get it.
I know. But what I'm saying is,
I have to fight it.
you're
At
for
least
sure,
now.
for sure fighting this round. Do we want to swap off to a different person and have them spend a bunch of hit points to get cards back?
Yeah,
or just
because-
make you now the default attacker
But
and
here's-
just pump you full
Yeah,
of
because
life
here's
points?
the next round is 1 card. We only get 1 card for 4 successes, which means we need like
Yeah.
skills and stuff.
I think that
Which means he'll probably have to do that last round like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like 4 times.
Oh, you can still do that. That's right. You can't. You don't have to.
You don't have to do it all at once. You'll just take the
Yeah,
negative
yeah.
consequence every single time until you succeed.
But -3 cards. So do we have enough cards?
It's
I think it has to be what for the synergy
I think just take.
of repeating your turns and
Yeah.
getting your stuff rolling together. It has to be Wes the rest of it. He has to drink that entire potion.
Just do all
Yes.
10.
I think so because
And me just go at it and
I can use
until
the rest
I
of
am
my health to
unconscious,
get out
and
of
one of
here.
you just tries to get lucky.
You have 5.
If
How
I go
many-
unconscious, one of you still just like tries to
Yeah.
finish it off,
How many life points do you have?
right?
me.
He's got like
Yeah.
5.
I'm at 6,
And I'm
but
at 7, 5. So I think.
I think we pump him
I think
full of
we're
it,
good.
and then if he fails completely,
I'm just
Do all of his
unconscious,
life
and you
points,
guys should be able to finish it
and
off.
then I'll be the last person to try attempting because me recovering is
have to
really
recover.
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just load up.
Okay, so let's do this. This goes to discard, which is banish.
Past.
No, it's in the past.
I don't know why they called it the pass. They should just call it discard.
Yeah.
Because then we have 2 discards.
Well, because
But it's
it's because. Yeah, I don't know why.
The global discard.
it's got its own separator. It's clearly different. I don't know.
I think it's because when we resume, there's something about when we resume after
Oh, yeah.
pausing.
Oh, we can.
Did we forget about those?
Yes,
You technically have those. I don't
we
know
have
if
10 more hit points. If we get rid of all this, we can have 10 hit points. At any time, you can
purple.
block all of these cards
and get 10 hit points.
and get 10 life points.
See, on top of the 10 hit points you already have, you have another 10 that you can use.
Okay, just do
We
it.
can.
Yeah.
Let's just
We're
do it.
okay.
Okay.
Alright, we'll
We're not gonna fail the intro
got this.
scenario.
cross that bridge when we get there. Then.
Okay, I need as many successes as possible. I only need 2.
You can only choose between 2.
I only need 2, and I can only choose between 2. So let's do an extra
2.
for this time. Let's not
Between 2, the max you can
yeah, you
get
can probably
is
get-
3 stars. Between 2 cards, the max you can get is 3 stars.
And this item is going
But
to
the
let me,
minimum-
after I flip these over, I can do another 2 cards
The minimum could be 1 though.
to try and get
yeah.
to a complete of 2 successes on 2 cards, which really I have 4. I just haven't played the
Question:
other
Are
2
there
yet, right?
cards with
Yeah.
0 successes?
Yes. And the most on 1 card is a 1.5 that we've
let's
seen
do-
so far.
So let's do these 2, right?
Yeah.
Which is really pretty crappy.
So we got 1.
That's at least
Got 1.
that's at least 1 success, but you can play
I can
that.
use this, and I do,
which
gives me
exactly what we want.
that instead, right? This gets discarded. These,
So you're going to do that. So that took it down to 0.
but I get hurt no matter what.
So now you
2,
take
it's
2
just 2.
damage.
And now we're on the next phase.
Yes.
4.
Okay. Did I get to put
Nope.
any of these in my? Okay. But, okay, we're in the next 1 card.
Which is 1 card required and 1 usable.
Okay, hold on. I have options. I can bring that back, or that's probably my best option.
What are you doing here again?
I'm gonna do,
You do
instead of
one of
attacking
yours.
him right now, I'm going to
Use this.
choose one of my
inspiration.
discard pile cards and add it to my hand.
Yeah, but I don't think you can be the active player right now.
Oh, okay. Who's the active player?
I don't agree with you being the active player.
Yeah, I want to watch Brandon wander around confused for a few minutes.
Daddy?
Okay.
Mommy?
So we're here, and I've got to get 4 successes, right?
Not just wandering around, limping around.
I
Just like
get-
a broken
I
leg.
get 1 freaking card. I'm just gonna get freaking pummeled as I do this, aren't I? I'm gonna lose 3 every time.
And take a card. 102 card.
The 102. Okay.
Which might be an injury card, possibly.
Was that a 102?
Nope. We don't know what it is.
That's a 3.
This is a 3.
Okay. So if I do this, do I just do an extra one just in case?
I think you might need to do 2 cards. That way you're at least guaranteed to get a star each time. Or like,
I've got
you
a
have
good
a higher
shot.
chance
Okay.
of getting a star.
Yeah, let's
Doing
do
more
2.
than 2, I think, is a waste. So no stars.
Hold on. I use this card. I don't have a weapon. Frack. I use this card, which gives us a success anyways.
Okay. So this takes us down to 3. But
You got
you
the
have to
3 cards.
discard 3 cards.
1, 2. Son of a bitch.
3.
8.
And then you basically get to randomly take one of those cards.
Oh yeah, one of them goes back to me. Okay.
And then you have to pick out.
A 102. Is there just the one? Jeez. For the needs of
Yeah.
certain scenarios, consider this to be objective number 2.
What?
For the needs of certain scenarios, consider this to be objective number 2. I don't know what
We
that
go to
even.
the book for this.
That doesn't make any sense. And take 102 card. I failed, so I lost 3.
So if our
Take
scenario book thing was saying something about a second objective, I think we'd now consider the thing that we're at right now to be objective number 2, which might lead us to try to go do something else.
This is something. It goes here.
Yeah.
It's something, and we don't know what it is yet.
So like one of the thing could have said we need to do objective. We have to complete objective number 1 and then objective 2. And suddenly, because we failed at this stage, this became objective number 2. So we then have to go back in the map and wander around and try to find objective number 1 again, and then come back to this maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
That's
that's
what
just
it
all
makes
theoretical.
Okay, yeah.
But
Okay, I need to burn at least 1 more health to get 2 more cards back. No, because I'm going to have to discard 3 as well, right?
yeah, so you have to
So I need to have a total of 5 cards
cards.
right now for this fight. So I need to lose 2 more health
For 1 card. 2 for each card.
for 1 fight,
No, 1 health for each. For 2 cards.
for 2 cards. Unless we play on man mode.
Man.
Right now we're just a bunch of little girls.
Boy mode.
It's a bunch of little girls trying to escape from a crumbling building.
That's sexy.
Last time we accidentally played on hard mode. This time you're trying to purposely put us on hard mode.
Yes.
Whoa.
So it's more fun. It makes it more exciting for us. So I'm the active player. I'm going to fight it again.
You could get lucky.
We know we need at least 2 in order to make this work, right?
Yeah, to have the best shot, I think. So you
I
got
only get to keep 1 card.
You only get to keep 1 card.
One
So
success.
one success.
I again discard 3. I think that was the only one.
That was the
so-
only 102.
So there's down to 2 health left.
Yep. So now you need to do that again, however many. So you need to lose another 3
3 health at the bare minimum.
to get 6 cards back.
Okay, I'm down to 3 health.
Pish posh.
No worries.
Well,
It still has 2
Well, you
stars.
should have had 1 extra card there at the end of that one.
No, because I did 5. I drew 2 and I have to discard 3. I had
Yeah,
barely enough.
but you gave up 3 health to get 6 cards back.
No, I only get 2 health that time. I had barely enough
Oh, okay, gotcha.
to pull that off.
I
Now,
realized you still had one.
now I get 6 cards, and I'll
Gotcha.
have an X. What you're saying?
Gotcha.
We're at 2.
This is the scenario you're talking
already-
about.
Yeah, I
Okay.
moved it.
So I'm going to be the active character.
I
Fight
agree.
this thing again.
I concur.
Yeah.
I'm down to less health now, and don't have any advantages anymore. Just throwing that out there. Okay, one
Success.
success, and I discard 3.
So what's your health at now?
3.
So do we want to use this?
I think he can fight it. He should be able to get 1 success off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he
She,
needs-
old woman. Are you the old woman or old man?
I'm an old woman.
Old woman.
Are you an old woman?
I'm an old
So you
woman.
need to do some recovery.
I'm stumbling around a little bit because if he recovers, just
Tag team.
oh, he has no deck either, huh?
He has no
So
deck
he-
right
You
now.
have no deck. You've got no deck.
He needs.
If he gives up 3 health,
Tag me in.
3
Tag
will
me
give
in.
him 6.
because he's still got 4.
I pull out of my back some elbow pads. I go,
Oh, the turnbuckle.
this is a trick I learned back in my younger years.
How much health do you have?
Do you
4?
smell
He's 4.
what Denham is cooking?
Old woman should be able to finish it off.
Well, weren't you just 5?
Yeah.
So you get.
Oh,
2
should I do
cards.
more?
Hold on, no. He'll succeed though. He won't have to discard 3 at the end.
Yeah,
Right?
let's just do 2.
Just 2?
Wait, I do I have to.
You have to randomly choose that.
Sorry.
You can't just choose the successes.
Like, well,
I'm gonna
I was like-
pick these 2. I
I
don't know if I'll
let's see,
succeed.
that one and
Let's see here.
randomly choose 2.
Okay,
He
hang
shouldn't. He might not have to. He shouldn't have to
think I
discard
can-
the 3.
If he gets a
So
success,
he should pull this off.
if he gets a success, he won't have to discard more.
This will work.
Whatever.
We're gonna make it. We
Okay.
made it.
I did it.
So now we read number 40.
And I just discard both of these?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm assuming that this is. Well, we don't know.
The people's elbow.
The tree
The
recoils,
Citadel's elbow. Sorry.
folding up its long, gnarled branches into a sort of protective cocoon. You hesitate for a precious second, fearing a ruse, but the abomination remains immobile. You are certain you have defeated it. Hurrah! The survivors cheer you, raising their makeshift weapons and fists in support. Hurrah! With one last effort, you clamber up the mound of rubble that stands between you and escape.
You all had weapons?
Ready for this?
They had
Yeah.
makeshift weapons.
They had weapons. We're
Discard all the cards on the board.
okay. So everything
We
here
escaped
goes
the
into
Citadel.
everything goes into the past.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Open the introductory scenario entitled A New Beginning, where the bookmark is, and read the epilogue to end the scenario. Alright, it's 10:15.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Read the epilogue, and that's where we end it. Right?
Return the dialogue. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Read the conclusion. You may not take any actions until the game invites you to do so. You emerge from the ruins of the Citadel leading a small group of haggard survivors. For the first time in as long as you can remember, you are able to see across the desolate land stretching beyond the wall of the Citadel. Behind you, your cell collapses with a deafening crash, dusty and ghost white. The last of the prisoners emerge from the Citadel. You have no idea what awaits in the world before you, but whatever it is, you will face it in freedom. Over the last few hours following your escape, you have regained your strength. When you awake from sleep, a multitude of
These are discarded.
emaciated faces look at you hopefully as if expecting you to take charge. Each unconscious character gains 1 life point and regains consciousness. Okay.
We made that clearly then. None of us were unconscious.
Each player will return their cards with keywords temporary and weakness.
Oh well.
Does
I'm
yours
still,
say temporary?
I'm still injured, but I'm not confused anymore.
Well, at least you're not confused.
Discards their hand.
Okay. We're not
Unblocks their hand and
unblocks
whatever the pouch
Unblocks these cards and purse cards.
So
hand
anything
cards
underneath your character card that you had blocked before.
and purse
Can
cards.
go discarded.
It just says
Unblocked.
unblocked.
Unblocked means
Let me go back to disc card.
I'm pretty sure it's back to discard, but I remember seeing that at some point.
Shuffle the cards from the discard pile back
Take it
into
from
the
under your
action
character
deck.
card and either
Okay.
shuffle it back into your action deck if it is a skill card, or put it into play in front of yourself if it's a item card.
Okay.
So this actually goes into our active deck, action decks.
It does.
Yeah.
But the
and
next
then
step was to shuffle your discard
everything.
back in.
Now,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
discard now gets shuffled back into the
Thank goodness.
action. Gazing out beyond the crowd of survivors, you notice that the sky is clear. The clouds of dust that usually betray the pernicious actions of the burrowers. Do you know what the burrowers
Yeah,
are?
those are like the giant worms that are collapsing everything.
Darn. Seem to have disappeared. Could it be that the conflict has reached a turning point? If so, the surrounding land should be safe enough for you to explore and search for some answers. However, it would be suicide to set off without preparation or equipment. You need to get organized. Clearing your throat, you prepare to speak to the crowd, but nothing comes out. Who are you to command these people? State of play. The birth of your community. More than 100 prisoners managed to escape from the Citadel. Take a blank Citadel leaflet on the community page, name your community, and write down the name of each player taking part in the adventure.
We have a community leaflet on which I have written our names, but I have not written the name of our community.
How'd that lead taste?
Delicious.
Something about how we're not as bad as we are ugly, or something to that effect.
The Fuglies?
The unugly.
The Fuglies.
Uglies.
The Fuglies.
I'm kind of liking that one.
Uglies.
I'm liking that one.
Fugly.
Nope, that's its name.
The
That's the
community
name
of
now.
Fugly.
Yep, the Fuglies. That's our community. Now what?
Save lives. If you have an objective card, that is objective number 2,
We do.
return it and read 33.
Earn it. $33? Oh,
I'm
you're
reading the
33.
dialogue. You look around. Many of your fellow captives have been maimed by the tree, and many more have been killed. Strength that will certainly be in short supply when it comes to setting up camp on the outskirts of the Citadel. That's too bad.
You cost us stuff.
That's too bad.
Because we didn't kill it in one blow?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to
Okay.
avoid that card with what was going on there.
Walda?
You'd have to have
We'd have to
so
have
much stuff.
We'd have to have a whole bunch of stuff.
And that was the only place to have acquired it. We saw it. I don't, whatever.
Is there a Walda?
Waldo?
No.
If a character has the Walda card, banish it.
Nope. I don't
Otherwise,
have it.
banish the Where is Walda card if you have it. No?
What?
No, where's Walda? Okay.
Are they just making fun of us?
Yeah. Taja. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's her. I mean, that's my lover.
Oh, that's right.
If the character has the unconscious Taja card, return it and read 12.
Oh. I think he's got a 12. He's got a 12 to read.
Hope it's good news. Taja gradually comes to. She sits up with a grimace, but does not seem to recognize you.
Your wife has
Your
forgotten
lover
you.
doesn't even know you exist.
Oh my gosh. By Chentai. What happened? She stammers as she sees the
Wait,
gutted
what did she
husk.
say? Did she say Abed Hamid?
By Chentai.
Oh, never mind.
It's like an exclamation of some sort.
All right.
She stammers as she sees the gutted husk of the Citadel. The shock is so great that you fear for a moment that she will faint again. You gently pat her hand as you tell her of your recent adventures. From your manic escape through the collapsing building to your epic confrontation with the frantic tree. If I understand you properly, then I owe you my life and my freedom, she says in a faltering voice. As if to change the subject, she calls out to a gardener she knows. Hey, Bael, how many survivors are there? Without even giving her time to respond, Taja grabs Bael by the arm and begins assessing the group's chances of survival. Taja is esteemed by all and will be a valuable asset when the time comes. Maybe she's our leader.
Nope, you're the leader.
What? No.
That's what. Yeah.
She's esteemed by all. Okay.
But you saved.
You saved to the popular girl.
Saved
Crown.
the popular girl.
Crown +1. What does that mean?
I don't know.
She'll be voted president.
Crown.
Oh, influence. Yeah.
Influence +1. And take 299 cards. Return the dialogue book. Okay, so return it and read.
Oh. Hope Reborn.
There's more of those.
Okay.
Otherwise,
More of
provided
these
you
things.
haven't already banished the Taja card.
nice.
Banish a 11 a card from. Okay. The prisoner.
Check one symbol on the Destiny page of the Citadel leaflet and apply its effects. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what that card does. It really doesn't have.
Oh, the psychotic wizard prisoner.
The prisoner. If you have an objective card that is objective number 1.
Nope.
No.
Oh, that was that guy.
Who? The fat guy?
No, the wizard.
The wizard guy.
What happens if you have him?
If
Well,
we
he
had
would've-
beat
would've-
him or something.
He would have been like objective number 1 or something. If we had defeated him or done something.
And
with him.
read something. Okay. We did not accomplish objective number 1.
Didn't he just like attack us and run
Yeah,
off
he totally
without
did.
any options?
Next time
Yeah.
we maybe have to wake up Ratco first.
Well, there was 2 options of like release him or wait a little bit, and we immediately released him instead of waiting.
There was?
Yeah.
He was worried about the unconscious guy. So if we next time we do this for another threat,
Right.
if we wake up Ratco first, maybe he can control the wizard.
Interesting.
If you have an objective card that is objective number 1, return it to. This is for Ratco, so we don't have that either. One season has passed. Under destroyed canvases piled up against the rampart and in the gutted alcoves, the survivors approach their breaking point, torn apart by tension and hunger. You have no choice but to present them with a project full of promise, something to occupy their hands and minds, and above all, fill their bellies. With the help of a couple of bullocks and a cart that survived the collapse, you are able to gather the materials needed to set up a makeshift camp. Right in the middle of the sacred grove, you begin planting a vegetable garden that soon provides an abundance of fruit and vegetables. What sweet irony, as the necro-druids had forbidden their consumption. Sowing, building, not a day passes without you and your people being consumed by this vast undertaking. Little by little, hope is reborn. Okay, plus 2 barrels. We get 2 barrels.
Can you get those, Wes?
These production.
Check 2 boxes of the production tracker on the
Okay.
county page of the Citadel
Yep.
leaflet. Check 2 boxes on the buildings page. Of the
Oh,
Citadel
this is the
leaflet.
city builder part.
So
We're
we
building
must
like a
have-
theoretical city.
What did we
in
build?
the middle of the sacred grove.
The garden.
No, you stuck with it.
Okay, tell me what to check.
I just skipped over,
2
Push through it.
boxes
keep
on the
going.
buildings.
Okay,
Okay, so the vegetable garden
A
must be
theoret-
one.
a pretend city.
Find the vegetable garden.
By the way, the months that have passed, I'm still injured somehow.
Oh man, that's a rough.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't
silo?
matter.
No.
I really broke my leg. What are we looking for?
When you check
probably
symbol
infected.
on Destiny page.
Like one building box.
Well, it
You can
just
build of
says-
your choice when the building has.
Check 2 boxes on the buildings page of the Citadel leaflet.
Any 2?
Yeah,
What do we
maybe-
want?
Maybe it should probably be kind of.
So it's like trying to
strategic.
earn one and unlock one
It's
or
kind
something.
of. It's probably strategic though.
Right. We want a gallows. So we start hanging.
Already.
Start hanging people.
Start hanging people. No.
Like
we need
that
to get rid of
wizard.
these useless
We
injured
probably
people.
want like. I'd say we want a watchtower. Maybe even a grain silo. Something
somewhere like that.
defensive and something that'll help us grow.
Well, I saw something explaining those symbols at one point.
There's also. What are these 2?
take 2 99 cards when the time comes. That's the destiny. It doesn't tell us anything about destiny. So
Well, but these do. So as we start the next things, we can actually check symbols on the destiny page and do whatever it says. But we don't really understand that yet.
Okay, so barrel production represents the community's capacity for produced food. Defense represents the community's capacity to defend itself and secure the surrounding territories. The crown, influence, represents relations between the community and other inhabitants and institutions of the collapsing lands. The book, knowledge, represents the knowledge and information and rumors the community holds. So those are the different symbols that these different buildings can
okay,
produce
so we
for
can
us.
we can only fill 2 boxes. So
I would
that's
assume
why I say,
production
like,
and defense might be
that's why
good to start
that's
off
why I
with.
say these 2 are the best because
Is the helmet defense
Helmet is defense.
preparation? Okay.
that's why I say these 2 because otherwise it would be one of these and it would have to be
I don't think we know enough for like these more complicated ones.
besides like
Yeah, I think these 2 are a pretty good start.
Yeah.
And you get a barrel and a helmet.
instead
right.
of like one
Right.
place instead of like a cemetery or apothecary or pen.
Right. So we have the watchtower and the grain silo. During the preparation phase, which we don't know what that is, during the preparation phase, add a barrel or a defense. We don't know what preparation phase is yet. It probably has something to do with starting the next scenario.
Okay.
Right.
Now 2 99 cards.
Didn't we just do that?
No. Take 2
You
99.
did say that out loud already, and I think Wes
Yeah.
did it.
I grabbed those 2. So
Yeah,
those,
that's what these 2
You did?
things-
Are you
yeah. Unless we're doing it again. That's where I got sidetracked and started reading what
Yeah.
these things are.
I don't know. Did I read it in the dialogue
Or
somewhere?
it could have been the dialogue.
for
Could have been her dialogue.
for Taja.
Yeah.
Let's
What was
read-
hers? Did it say to do something?
12, right?
Maybe she gave us extra hope.
I was just saying that she's popular.
Yeah.
and then-
She gave
Because she did it too.
so we get 2 more to 99s. Yeah.
Okay, so what
catch.
those do, those are going to help us.
These are like the hopes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
But like we lose them all for the extra 10 health that's hidden in there.
Or
If we pick that.
or they have an action on them where the action alone lets us do something on the destiny page which we don't understand yet.
Okay. I can keep.
So and we currently have like 5 of these. 4 of them.
Let me keep reading.
5 of them. I thought there was 5. Because I've drawn. We started with 1, and I've drawn 2 twice. Where's the 5th one? It's this one. So we have 5 of them. So during
So
our,
we can sacrifice the other hope cards to get 10 points if we absolutely need it.
we'd lose all of them. They'd all
Or
get blocked. Or we use these 5 during actions, and we get to check something on here that does things.
all your other hope reborn cards.
That's if we do this part. If we
Yeah.
want,
So you'd keep these. You just get rid of the other hope reborn cards.
right. Or we can do the action on it
Yeah.
and get something here that's like base building.
I'm just saying that getting the 10 points doesn't wipe out the rest of the quest cards.
just these ones.
Just the hope reborn
Okay.
cards.
Yeah. And this one will help us get back another one of these if we have 3 of these. No, 5. If we get them up with 5 of these cards, we can get one of these back. So
But
at some
do-
point we got to read what all these things
But
are.
doing that action allows us to do things over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Which we'll figure out eventually, I guess.
Well, yeah. Randomly take 4 advanced skill cards from the game box. 1 player gains 2 of these cards, and 2 players each gain 1 of these cards.
Should we finish? Because that's
Yeah.
a side bit.
Yeah, let's finish
what she was
let's
reading.
finish the epilogue.
At the end of another day's work, you contemplate what has been accomplished. What you have accomplished, I think. The dwellings extend well beyond the citadel's walls. Soon, the common room will be filled with lively conversations and laughter. All of this in a little less than a cycle. As the last rays of sunshine disappear, you have to face the reality that, in spite of all you have achieved and the lives that you have saved, This is a tenuous victory. Living like this, by scavenging the remains of your former prison, is not sustainable, but does not displease those held captive for too long to ever fully embrace freedom again. Your meager resources no longer meet the needs of your ever-expanding community, swollen by births and the arrival of too many refugees who lost house and home in the reversal. One morning, Walton arrives at your tent with a broad smile. We found some ground shivers in the ruins of the Citadel. They'll enable us to venture into the collapsing lands, and if you give me time, I think I can even make some more. In the glossary section on pages 2 and 3 of the dialogue book, you can read information about the burrowers, the reversal, and the ground shiver. Do we need to recap that or not next time?
Next
Maybe we
time.
read that next time.
Since your escape, you have kept watch on the horizon, wondering about the reasons for such upheavals. Pondering what lies beyond and what might emerge, you are drawn to the buildings standing out at nightfall, and to the tiny lights shimmering in the depths of the night. There is life out there, a world to be discovered and lifted from the rubble. Once again, you have provided the initiative by sending a small group of volunteers to scout the surrounding area. Oh, good idea. Your responsibilities in the camp forbid you from exposing yourself unnecessarily for now. What does that mean?
You can't go it because you're the leader.
Oh, exposing myself to danger.
You
Got it.
can't go out there. We can't risk you.
Take a 25 card.
Can I just get a medic? I've been
And then-
injured for like years.
Each night, I sneak into your tent
Just like re-stab my leg.
and carve away this like the wound,
The healed- the
scabbing,
healed-
yeah,
yeah.
make it raw again, just ever so slightly.
It's been a whole cycle.
So how come?
It wasn't temporary.
What does it say?
Weakness, injured. The other one it specifically said temporary. This one was not temporary.
What about weakness? Didn't I mention weakness?
I thought you just said temporaries.
Temporary and
and
weakness.
confused, but I don't think it said.
Do I need to go back? Temporary and or weakness.
Oh, and or weakness. Okay. Then I wasn't injured.
You're
this whole time.
healed. It's a miracle.
I've been injured for a year.
Okay, I heard that wrong. I'm saved.
Hallelujah!
The scouts return after a few days, bearing interesting news. Flip
I've been
this.
faking it this whole time.
Slip it into the slot located in row B,
still carving
column
it.
3 of the world map, and then read the dialogue whose number can be seen on the top left corner of the card. So read dialogue 25. B3?
Right here.
Yeah, is there a... Are you able to separate that at all?
25.
There you go.
Wes has no nails.
I just trimmed them this morning.
trimmed them. Nice. All right.
That is what it looks like somewhere. We must be nearish this.
Yeah,
The
this
Citadel.
This is where we are.
That's us. We're at the Citadel.
So we're slowly uncovering the updated version of these lands.
Yes.
Yeah. This is like an old map of how the lands used to look, and we're slowly unveiling what it looks like now.
All right. We were careful, and we all came back unscathed. The ground shiver you gave us helped us avoid some rare burrowers by alerting us of their presence. Here's our citadel. Perhaps there is... we found traces of an ancient battle a little further south. Perhaps there is something that can be recovered to improve our defenses. An impassable crevasse cuts us off from the north. As you can see here, the Great Sea has spread much further west.
It's now this big.
Finally, there is a strange stone slab there, but we weren't able to open it. You thank Rayline for his report and wish
Do you
him
want me to bring
good
the map up
rest.
to the camera? Or are you zooming in?
I'm zoomed in. It's still a little.
Well, now don't move it.
But, oh, where are we
Did I
now?
put too much glare on it?
Wow. Well, I mean, I just gotta make some adjustments here. Okay, just hold it. Hold.
Hold.
Ah, the Great Sea. There's some stone. The stone slab, the citadel. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
The wind
The wind?
Because there's a lot of wind in here.
It was Brandon blowing it over.
Because he's a troll.
Didn't do nothing.
You did so.
What are these?
Oh, there, the crevasse.
What are these markers here?
We don't know. Those might be
Don't know
things
yet.
we could choose to explore.
Okay, so we get a book +1 for reading the dialogue.
A book +1.
Well, that was like knowledge, I guess. If
Oh,
your
we
first
learned
time-
things.
If this is your
'Cause
first
the
time reading
scouts-
this dialogue, +1 for
But
the
yeah, the
knowledge.
scouts came back. And learned us some stuff.
Soon, you will venture further than you have ever gone before, discovering the world's many mysteries and sleepy secrets. You may now take actions again. You must immediately take the think action on each of your Hope Reborn cards.
Okay, well, let's just stop there. Because that's going to be
A whole thing.
a whole thing.
Like a new...
Because those
And then that's
actions
like a bunch of stuff over here.
is
Oh,
doing all
it'll
of
do
this.
that, okay.
I don't know where to start.
Oh,
How do
so
you choose? How do you choose which one of these to mark off? And then each one does a thing. And we got to do 5.
Is there only one of these?
We have 3 of these.
Okay.
So we have 3... We can play 3 full games.
Yeah.
3 full campaigns. That's awesome.
It's like a Path of Exile skill tree.
Yeah.
I don't know where you start. Oh,
Probably
if
the
no
center.
symbol is checked yet, you must check the symbol in the center.
Oh,
Check one symbol connected to a previous check symbol. So we got to do 5 starting from the middle, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah, it's a branch.
Let's figure that out next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next week's going to be real questionable about whether we can do this or not.
Well, it's spring break for
It is.
at least us. You know, we have kiddos.
Are you going
So-
somewhere for spring break?
Lame.
Well,
What are you and Brad doing?
We're hanging out.
Brad has the week off too.
Yeah. What, you
That's
think
nice.
spring break is limited to your kids?
Probably just the kids that go to school.
Who says Brad doesn't go to school?
He's
I drop him off
He's
every
homeschooled.
morning.
No, I know. He's homeschooled. Look at him.
What?
He
He's doing
even
great.
he even looks homeschooled.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, look
You're
at
supposed
him.
to be a good
It's
uncle. He's
obvious.
right there and can hear you
It's,
talking.
Brad.
You're being a bad uncle.
Brad, what school do you go to?
Brad's the plant.
Now Brad's
You guys
embarrassed.
talking about the plant.
Brad. Yeah, he looks like a Brad.
He
Yeah.
looks homeschooled, right?
Does he? Is he still growing though?
Yeah. He's
Still
doing great
growing.
over there.
Does he need a bigger pot?
No, he's doing great. He just got new leaves.
He's really defensive about his parents.
Yeah.
He's doing fine.
It's my kid.
My kids are fine.
Lay off. My kid is doing great.
And that concludes game night.
So, are you gonna be Brad certified at some point?
He's plant certified.
Plant certified? You can be plant certified.
Plant certification.
Yeah. Plant parental certified.
We're gonna be spring break certified.
Are you going? Are you going to be back Wednesday?
Me? We're going.
Wes just decided he was done.
All right.
We're going to St. George.
We might be back
Thursday.
Wednesday. You're
There
going
might be a
Thursday?
game night next
Yeah.
week.
There might be
not.
Wednesday night. There might not.
So
Remember to
should
click
we,
all the buttons,
I might not be.
or
back
most of them,
in
or
town.
some of them,
well, let's just
whichever ones you.
wait a week. We're okay to wait a week, right?
Yeah.
But look at this. Saving the game.
Oh, we gotta save the game.
You may save the game only once during each scenario.
We're not in the middle of a scenario.
That was one scenario, right?
We've done
We're also
one
not
scenario.
saving because we're not putting it away.
We're not bothering with saving.
Okay, so that's kind of what they mean by that.
This is just one continuous game that we're spreading it over. We played Gloomhaven once.
Because when
This
it's
is true. Maybe one time.
when you save, you discard all your hands, discard all cards on the board into the past, except for the
Oh.
cloud with lightning cards that are in play, and the terrain card all characters' figures are standing on.
We're doing a game-a-thon, okay?
Stack the
And we're
remaining
doing
cards
this
in the
all through
following
one
order.
Playthrough.
And put them behind the save divider. I don't know, I mean, like, what's the point of this?
I don't think there's a point for us to do the save. I think that's if you actually have to clean this up and put it away, which we don't have to do.
Right.
Oh, because it has you stack the remaining